What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is episode 13 of Technically Broken. Glad to be back again. I'm Botar, and before I pass it over to our co-hosts, I just want to talk about stats for a second. We're up like 900%.
Handies have been handed out.
Handies have been distributed for a couple of our top listeners. And by handies, I mean hot sauce, which kind of burned a little bit, but we're getting there.
Shameless plug, hot sauce in the corner of the video, everybody.
I made it.
Look in front of Caleb.
Petro. It's delicious. It got 3 flavors, jalapeno, habanero, pineapple, and habanero peach, and they're delicious. All right. Thank you guys for listening to us and listening to us talk about dumb shit all the time. I really appreciate it. We appreciate it. And I'm going to pass it over to Mario.
What's up, everybody? Hey, everybody. It's Whole Baked Cookie Mario back at you. Thank you guys, as Botar said before. Episode 13. We got a special guest on. We're going to bring him on in a second, right after Caleb.
Well, hold on, man. Put them guns away. Make sure those things are unloaded. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little under the weather this morning, I guess it is. Caleb hunted on any of our socials. Sorry, just if I sound a little weird, it's just a little sick. So.
You'll be all right. We're good. You showed up to work.
So bring it over to our guest here.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Nothing much. Same old.
Mr. Randy.
Yeah, Randy, what is going on? Thank you for coming on to the podcast, dude. You probably feel a little different or out of place, but yeah, dude, thank you. And as we know, it's like a different shop, different work ethic, different play, or different work ethic. No, different like.
It's a different vibe.
It's a different vibe. Thank you for opening your doors to your shop. This is where you do get some work done. Well, or blow some shit up in some instances. Melt some things. Yeah, if you guys look at the video, there's a couple melted items there on the table. They come from him. We'll probably talk about that in a minute. Yeah. But yeah, Randy, thank you so much for coming on. And then, what do you do? I guess to just let everybody know, like what is it that you do? You're
just work on everything.
Yeah, you're
work on everything. Go to work, come home, work.
Just work, never.
He fixes shit, guys.
He fixes shit. By trade, I would call you a mechanic, automotive technician.
Yep.
But you're a Renaissance man. You're an everything guy, jack of all trades for sure. I'm pretty sure you can handle a fucking weed whacker to, well, obviously like a diesel or motorcycles or, and then you do stuff at home. So
motorcycles, plumbing, electrical.
Yeah. It's all in the bag.
In the automotive industry, you're doing all that anyway, so.
Yeah, exactly. You're from HVAC guy, welder one day, then you're a fucking plumber with hydraulic equipment and like brakes, right? That's all hydraulic system stuff. So, yeah, man, thank you so much for opening your doors. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate it. We appreciate it, and our listeners, viewers, leave it in the comments. Handies are coming. Yeah, so before we get on, let's do just a tiny quick recap of episode 12 with Lay and Pipe with Sam. Pretty good episode. We had a plumber on last episode. Really thank you guys. I really thank you all for listening and Sam for coming on.
It's very informative. I learned a lot about plumbing.
I learned that I don't want to do it.
Right, yeah. I don't want to be the shitter fitter.
He's just knee deep in shit every day. Well, not every day, but a lot of days. And it's definitely not something that I would it creeps me out just even thinking of talking back about it. Just
that basement story was awful.
Yeah. And if y'all haven't checked it out, there's a really shitty story, air quotes intended, on our last episode 12 with Sam the plumber. So, and that pretty much ties us into today's episode with you, dude. Basically, we always like to kind of come from the beginning and we start from the beginning. Like, how did you get into the mechanic world, and how did you Because we've known you for 10, going on 20 years, since we were growing up.
Quite a while.
Yeah, dude, for ever. So we might know some stuff of how you got into it, but I guess basically is what did you do, or what started your journey onto kind of all this?
I just always been interested on how things work. My dad started teaching me how to do it when I was younger, probably about 10, 11 years old.
Okay.
Started just taking over after a while and taking stuff apart, seeing how it works, putting it back together, see if it'll work again.
Yeah.
Trial and error.
breaking
I would always end up with more screws.
That means you did it right.
yeah, breaking more shit than fixing it. Yeah, dude. So when do you think that it was? Probably like high schools, right? High school days, probably, maybe even junior high days.
In junior high into high school.
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember like the first bit of shit that you like? Feels like probably your parents' car that you were working on, doing some brakes or some shit.
Yeah, I gotta think back.
There's too many cars,
Yeah.
thousands of cars in
Been a lot of
between that.
cars. I mean, what I can remember is he had a 1950 Chevy 2-door. Pretty much, he was rebuilding that. We were getting ready for a car show, and he had work, so I just wound up pulling the motor out and swapping it out by myself. So this way
Damn.
I was ready for the next day.
Holy shit! That was the old Chevy, the black one, right?
Blue and white.
Oh, maybe I didn't see that one.
No, he sold that one before he moved out this way.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I didn't remember that one, but I'm guessing it looked like a Bel Air. It was like a bubble. Yeah, bubble style.
2-door, hard top,
Ooh, that's probably pretty sweet.
inline 6, 216 engine,
216.
3-speed on the column. First car I ever drove.
Really?
Yep.
That's pretty fucking cool. We have fucking, I don't know. I don't think I have driven like any column shit in a while, but yeah, so that was like the beginning. That was like whatever, like
Pretty
the
much what
first
started it all.
Yeah, that's where you fucking kind of started, right?
Yep.
And then you still probably worked on most of your other parents' shit. I remember your mom had a Toyota. Didn't you have like a silver Toyota or like a gray Toyota?
Gray. Yep, that was
Yeah, I
the
remember
before.
you did some stuff on that. I remember like fucking hanging out with you when you kind of drove that for a little bit. But that was like all of high school. We broke a lot of shit in high school. He had a fucking or the LTD. What did I have in high school? Fucking Monte Carlo.
You had that Cutlass.
A
Escort.
shit box.
You know that Cutlass with the welded hood?
Your escort.
The Escort was just after high school.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yep.
Yeah, it was just after high school.
I remember the Escort because that's when Mario and I started hanging out more. It was
Yeah.
like right after high school, and we drove the shit out of that Escort.
Yeah.
'Cause you had two of them. You had the Escort, the GT, then you had the wagon.
Oh yeah. They were that same
They were the
teal,
same
that
one.
teal lime green,
Same color.
Fucking
I don't know how you pulled that
90s, 92, 93, 91 Ford
Didn't your
turquoise.
dad drive the wagon for a
Yeah,
while?
yeah. My dad had the wagon. He ended up giving it to me or whatever. I took care of it, and then my fucking brother wrecked it or some shit, some stupid. We need to get into that, but yeah. When did you have the Eclipse? The first one.
I had 3 different ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's what I was like.
So back in high school, I had a 92 that it was non-turbo. I did the 4G63 turbo swap on it.
That wasn't a Talon. These were all Eclipse, right?
Yep.
None of them. But I just remember the Talon body.
Yeah. So yeah,
It was the bubble hood.
Yep.
Yeah, that goofy bubble hood thing.
So that was the 1GB. It had just a regular like bubble headlights in that. The third one was the 1GA, which was the flip-up headlights. That was the blue one.
The blue one, I remember. The blue one was fucking scary. Well, like that was first gen scary. Now it's like, oh, it's just quick. But
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
in today's standards.
In today, yeah. I remember the blue one, and that one was. Would you say a 1G?
A.
Okay,
'Cause
that was still a 2.4.
That was 90, but it was 2.0 turbo.
Oh, a 2.0.
Yeah,
Okay.
4G63.
Yeah, I guess I don't know those numbers as probably as well as you do.
Most of the turbo motors were 2.0s.
Okay.
Nowadays, everybody's doing 2.1s, 2.2s, 2.3s.
like board
2.4s.
over shit,
Yep.
board over,
Board
heavy
over,
crank.
stroked, and
Yeah, in today's world, that used to be probably banana shit back then. If
Yep.
you did some shit like that, you were fucking looking to break something. Yeah, I remember the blue one. So you had 3 of them. What happened to what was the second one?
The second one, actually,
Was it a shit
I
box?
did lie. The second one was the blue one.
Okay.
The third one was the other red Eclipse 2G.
Oh man, you just brought back memories. I remember the fucking red one, the last one.
Yep.
Okay, I remember you just got rid of that one though, right? That
Yeah,
one
I sold
fucking
that one.
yeah, that one just got sold.
The first one got wrecked on a head-on collision,
Oh shit.
and the kid's father was a Chicago firefighter, so that kind of went nowhere.
Oh
They
no.
automatically made it my fault.
Yeah, of course.
even though he turned out in front of me. But
Yeah.
that's in the past.
Neither here, neither nor
Second
now.
one, the camshaft locked up in the head.
How the fuck did that
I have
happen?
no clue.
It just sheared it, just
Pretty much.
exploded, and then all the fucking pistons connected. That sounds like a bad fucking day.
So that one just kind of sat, and then I just parted it out.
Man, I forgot that you had. I guess. Well, I don't. Maybe I don't remember the first one so well, but I remember the blue one and the red one,
Yep.
and that was all through high school then,
Yep.
or was the red one just after high school?
Red one was after high school.
Okay, and then you weren't officially in a shop yet, right? Like, were you working in a shop?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, at that time I had already worked. Well, I was working at my second dealer.
Second dealer? How many dealers did you work at?
2.
You had. Oh, that was you were already at Jeep, Chrysler Jeep Dodge.
Yep.
Yeah, because you helped me. Technically, you and your cousin helped me get into that one. I remember that. We'll talk about that one in a second, I guess. But so, okay. High school, whatever. We had some cool cars. That's where you learn how to do all this kind of shit and like kind of get into mechanics and tinkering or fixing stuff. Did you? A quick question is, did you go to school? Nope. Figure that shit out on your own. Which is important. I think I want to bring this up because it's important. I want to tell our viewers and listeners that it's like you don't need it. Like
No.
you were like
No, you really don't.
Yeah.
Being in independent shops and that, we've had people come in from ITT Tech and
UTI,
and
yep.
that, and half of them come in, they don't even know what an oil filter wrench is or how to pull AC condenser out.
Yep.
It's just stupid, simple stuff that, I mean, nowadays you got to pull apart the whole front end of the vehicle just to remove a bolt. But, back then, I'm talking 15 years ago, this stuff was simpler. And they still didn't know how to do it, and it's like, what did you waste all that money for?
to not learn shit, dude. Yeah,
But then again, too, I'm more of a hands-on. I have to see it and physically do it in person rather than read it on a piece of paper.
Right.
Of how to do it.
I have to see somebody else doing it, and then I can follow
and then
along.
you can like
Yeah.
That's why I like video. That's why I like video tutorials. I think are so important.
Yep.
Like you probably watch like a video. Well, even shit, I still do it right now. Like
I watched a video tutorial last night on how to switch my brake switch out.
Yeah.
My brake lights went on, and I was like, sure.
Yeah, and then you got rear-ended by a semi.
And I got rear-ended by a
Thank
cop.
God you're here, man. I'm just talking shit.
Then he dragged me out of the car and gave me a handy.
I was gonna say, oh, that's the rear end.
This is your fault.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the rear.
Yeah, that's
You got rear-ended for sure. You did. Yeah. So I think it's important to tell everybody that I went to UTI. But like, man, I applied myself. I was like second or third in line for valedictorian. Like, and then I was in a shop, went right out of to another shop, and then my first dealer was you guys in between diesel work. But like you said, like you can have some fucking idiots like right out of school and like they'll act or like. We'll get into more how stupid people can be, but like it's that. Like, didn't you go to school, spent all that money,
Right.
and then like
A lot of that knowledge isn't practical, though. It's on paper.
it's theoretical.
Yeah.
We call it theory. Like,
Yeah.
like why a piston is in a motor, but like you couldn't even pick one out of a fucking lineup. So
I know that's a piston.
that's what it is.
A broken one.
Yeah, that one's not doing too hot.
No.
most of one with a little extra.
Yeah, he decided to custom weld. Custom with a heat friction welding.
There you go, friction weld.
Yeah. So learned and did everything to begin yourself, and you're still doing it. Like, I think that's very important. People are so worried about, I guess, attempting or doing anything. And I just want to point out, like, dude, you're like living proof that you don't fucking need to. Do you think it's important, or like, do you?
If it's something, well, in the plus side, if it's something you enjoy, you're never going to give it up. Yeah, it does kind of deter you away from it sometimes, depending on what you're dealing with at work when you do it. For
Like
for
a certain,
living.
like a scary job or something, like a big job, or like
Not just a big job, but you get problem vehicles that kind of run you in circles trying to chase a problem down, especially electrical. Electrical
Yeah.
can become a nightmare,
Yeah.
especially today.
Fucking Traverse.
Yeah, he has a Chevy that ran him. But yeah, like you have a one that like, or you don't maybe know systems. So like I'm not a big automatic transmission guy. Like I'll admit that. Like I hate automatic transmissions. I think they're far more complicated than they need to be. So I've been stumped by solenoids that have gone bad, you know, or like the whole valve body or like they're built-in units, you know, and like I think if I could learn more about that, it would make sense. But in the same sense, it's like you didn't need to do any of that. Like you can just, I don't know, maybe you have stories of like you did get stumped, but like you just had to work your way around that fucking problem. Like,
multiple times.
Yeah. So like, or older cars, like, or like newer to older cars, I guess it doesn't matter. But like a really old car that doesn't have a wiring diagram that you can look at.
As a matter of fact, I just fixed a '68 Chevy Impala.
Oh, the greenish one?
The blue one.
Oh, the blue one. It was
Yeah,
blue.
the turn signals weren't working. They took it to another shop and couldn't get it working. So they brought it to us, and all it was corrosion on the connectors to the turn signal bulbs.
The relay. Oh, the bulbs. Okay.
Yeah, that and the flasher relays.
The flasher relay. Yeah, it was only flasher relays common. But like, you didn't have a wiring diagram, right? You didn't have like a
I did. The customer actually brought me a laminated wire.
That's
Get out of here.
fucking crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that customer is
That
awesome.
dude loves that car.
Yeah, he must. But that was either way. Okay, if you didn't though, that problem would probably suck.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, because you're chasing down
yeah.
pretty much an electrical demon that you don't know where it's at or where the wires run.
Right. I was like, not knowing where wires run. You can always look at the switch. It's on the column, but like,
Right.
where the fuck to the bulbs?
On an older vehicle like that, yeah, it's a little bit simpler because you got a lot less panels and stuff. Everything's pretty much exposed.
True that.
On a newer vehicle, yeah, they route everything through every little crack and crevice that you can't see and
Yeah.
kind of chasing your tail. I've had a few jobs where people were chasing their tails, you know, coworkers. They're chasing their tails. They can't find nothing wrong with a problem, and I've gone through the wiring diagram, and pretty much I just scrapped the whole wiring diagram and diagnostic procedure with that, and just kind of think outside the box, and I wind up finding the issue just because it's like, okay, why am I going to go this way? Let me find out where this goes.
Yeah. Yeah, you get kind of like led into this. Well, you know your steps, right? You know 1, 2, 3.
Right.
But other guys are like so probably stuck in that way. You have to also break your. I think school teaches you a mindset. It focuses you and it arrows you into like these are your steps and always follow these steps.
Right.
Where I think you were definitely you free balled it. You know, you're like okay, well for sure this or that is fucking fine. Then fuck it. I need to look just beyond that or something else.
You have to, because you know when they have it in the book, okay, this is where it goes and this is how it goes. You're not dealing with a normal situation that they're dealing with inside a controlled facility.
Yeah.
Out in the real world, everything's not controlled.
Right.
You know, there could have been accidents. There could have been rodents chewing through something that got into somewhere where you didn't even know existed.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's definitely like a different mind track, or like I don't know. You have to approach it differently, or
Different process.
yeah, different. Like think out of the box
Yeah,
shit.
for sure.
I mean,
you definitely become a detective.
yeah, it's a good way to
Burt
put
Macklin, FBI.
it. Man, chasing problems or something like that is, I don't know. It depends, and I'll admit, like modern CAN bus. I took some classes on CAN bus systems, and like even that for me it's still kind of confusing, but I get it. Right. You know, like everything runs off of the same junction, so like picture every single wire going to one lug.
Yep.
And then from that one lug, like I mean, we're talking,
out.
yeah, right, and we're talking from lights to your horn to your fucking iPad touchscreen, you know, in your car, or the seat heaters in the back, or the defroster. Like,
Speaking of seat heaters, you bougie bitch, Randy.
what?
I just looked over and saw that, you bougie bitch.
Oh, the seat heater on the fucking Harley.
Yeah, I looked over, I was like, oh my
His
god.
grips are too, if I right? I was about to say the
Bougie
grip.
bitch.
Dude, it's probably nice on a day.
Oh,
like
I'm
today.
sure it's so nice, but I'm just like, oh, you bougie bitch.
Dude, who doesn't want a warm ass on a cold, cool day?
I ain't lying, especially on leather.
Yeah, right. With some fucking
You
heated
actually
warm
hit that
grips.
shit when you're going midsummer.
Yeah. Oh,
How's
geez.
my ass hot?
My ass is sweating. Yeah, I think, and that could be something like if somebody wants to install something like that, like you might have to think out of the box, right? Like that would be like aftermarket for somebody. Like I have a fucking Dyna. If I wanted a heated seat on my Dyna, you would have to make some shit up to like like if you were gonna run something from a customer or something
On a bike or aftermarket stuff like that, like heated seats. Most of it mainly is just ripping apart the seat. You gotta pull the skin off the seat, and then you gotta shave down some of the padding to fit.
lay the toaster grid or
Yep.
whatever. Yeah.
And then after that, it's just power ground and a relay to a switch.
Yeah. Running it would be kind of like, I guess they're just turned off by it. Like you're scared to do it. That's what I'm like. That's what I see most out of like, not everyday people, not people that are doing it every day.
Yeah.
They're like,
Getting into the bigger stuff, trying to tackle like something like your own daily vehicle or
Yeah.
something. If you're just starting off, I would say maybe start off with like lawnmowers and edgers and stuff. Start
Yeah.
off small and then work your way up.
yeah, get a shitty scooter.
Yeah.
Get a shitty scooter that doesn't fire up or something. And yeah, I think it just becomes a bigger problem where you're like, this is my only fucking car and I need it tomorrow and it doesn't start, and like then it becomes a big fucking issue. So-
Literally the Traverse.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
and you need it, and then you come to find out it's even a bigger issue. Like that goes into worth it or junk it territory, damn near. Where you're like, is this piece of shit even worth fixing? Or
No,
like,
absolutely not. No.
right? You realize that it's like thousands of dollars comparably to,
Like mine.
or yeah, your shit. He's got a Focus with the, I don't know what the trans is, but I guess it's
The
a dual clutch.
The DCT.
It's a dual,
okay.
but they're like junk, and like his trans is like $3,000, and like.
just for the trans. No shop wants to rebuild it, and
Yeah.
basically said throw it away.
Yeah, I saw that there's like a clutch rebuild kit and like new actuators, but I'm like, I don't know if that's like an easy thing to do or
I
not.
think they
or
said the
like-
housing itself is bad, so
Yeah.
like you just need a whole new transmission.
They probably just said some shit. How the hell does the housing go bad unless someone goes through it?
I don't know.
Right. Or like,
Unless something inside tore apart.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But well, it kind of sounds funny, but I figured that was like a clutch or something.
Or a pump.
A pump. Yeah, that's what I'm like. Yeah, there's correct because there's actuator pumps like on or off on both ends that I
Yeah.
know of. So that I think is what I don't agree with, like the overcomplication of shit. Like everything's just so complicated now, and like I don't know. I don't agree with the way it's going.
You remember when you were able to like take a step into your engine and like
Yeah.
just stand in there, and now you can barely get an arm down the
You
side
got to
of it.
remove 100 pounds of plastic, just to get to
plastic.
the air filter.
Yeah,
But it keeps costs down.
sure it does.
Yeah.
Sure it does.
We were just talking about it the other night. To change a light bulb on
bulb.
like most modern Chryslers, you have to pull the whole fucking.
the whole bumper's got to
Yeah.
come off.
Most modern vehicles, you have to remove the whole entire front bumper.
Or
Yeah.
if you're small enough hand, you can go from the bottom and just kind of.
Fish
Yeah.
that shit out. But no, it's now like the bumper, and then the headlamp assembly is still like blocked by like some bullshit,
Yeah.
like
You get some that tease you, like you pull the wheel well cover back and you look and it's like, oh, it's right there, and then you got the core support right there, right in front of
Right,
where you
no.
gotta get your hand.
you're like, why the fuck are
As
we?
you go up under it and you're like,
And then you drop it, so you can't even like go back into it. You're like, fuck. I just can't believe the world has become that. Whatever. I'm just gonna start bitching about it. But yeah, it's like, I think I guess go back to when we started back like later 2000, late 2000s, mid 2000s. You could reach in. Your Eclipse had lights that like you had the neon. Same shit. You could just reach in that motherfucker, or the battery was easily accessible. Now they put them in the trunk with a PCM box that has to verify that it charges correctly, like a BMW or something, and like, or the 200s that have them in the wheel well, or like any, I don't know what other kind of cars, but like,
The Traverses have them in the
really.
passenger floorboard.
yes, they do. Yes,
Under
they
the passenger
fucking do.
The Traverses and the Grand Cherokees are under the passenger floor.
The Acadia.
Didn't one of you guys have a Honda Civic or Accord that had the battery in like the passenger seat? You.
Yeah. It's because the bracket snapped off and they just ran the wires back
I was
into
like,
the
I
can.
remember getting in that thing, and I was like,
Extremely dangerous.
"Is this where the battery is?" And you're like,
Some
Yeah.
Volkswagens and Mercedes, they stuff them under the driver's seat.
That is crazy. Yeah, I guess I don't
I
know.
mean, you're dealing with a vehicle like that. They're powered seats. The battery's dead. And how the hell are you supposed to get to it? Because you can't move the seat to pull the bolts.
So you gotta like
Take
jump.
the seat off.
You gotta like jumper it from the alternator positive or
Yeah.
something, and like negative ground. I don't
Just to
know.
move the seat just so you can get to the cover that covers the battery, then pull the battery.
That's fucking brutal. Well, yeah, like the guy. There was a video I saw. I don't know if it was Hoovy or something, but his Lamborghini died, and he goes, "My shitty $1,500 Suburban got my $200,000 car because he had to jump the car and like all the door locks like a Corvette, or I guess, they're all like electronics.
Buttons, yeah.
So you can't even open the hood. You can't like pop the doors open to do anything. And I think it's ridiculous that there's not mechanical like the fact that they're getting away from doors having mechanical releases.
Yes.
Like we're talking about safety issues. We're any electric vehicle, which is like a big thing that I saw. It's like electric Rivians have caught on fire Teslas, and people just have to smash the windows to like get out because electrics are dead and there's no mechanical release.
Well, and then that's the other thing about putting the battery in the trunk too. You can't open the trunk with a manual cable because they don't have manual cables. They're electric.
They're
push
all
button.
electric.
So sometimes you got to crawl through the back seat if the back seat folds down. And if the back seat folds down and the customer has a trunk full of shit everywhere, and you can't get to the latch, then you got to come up with something to reach the emergency release.
The release. Porsches have that because they've always had a cable that goes to one of the headlamps, and like the problem is a lot of cables get rusty and they just break,
Especially from not using them.
dude. And or the
The latch seizes.
I remember how much I fought one, and we still ended up having to pry it was fucked up. We fucked up his bumper. He goes, it was the owner that was there with me, but it was a Porsche. It was a 996 something. I think it was a 996. So it was like probably mid 2000, but like we ended up fucking his bumper up to get the release just through and then he ended up just rewrapping it. He goes, it's marked up. I'm not going to replace the bumper, but that stuff I cannot believe is just the way it's going, you know? It's like, why are we creating more work? Is it really that much faster in a factory and is it on an assembly line? I can't believe it is.
Did you guys see that Ford can't hire enough mechanics?
Yeah, the CEO was just talking, Jim Farley or what? Yeah.
They can't hire enough mechanics to work on their shit.
Yeah. Well, also they probably don't get paid as much as they should, or you know, like warranty work fucks you, and that's like a big thing with like Hyundai and Kia right now. I've seen a lot of stuff where warranty is fucking a lot of techs over.
They were saying those techs make like 6 figures a year.
But you got to bust your ass, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not like an easy walk in the park, like, you know, office job.
Yeah, especially when you start off too. You're the lowest guy in the totem pole.
Yeah.
So you get
Got that
all
good old
the
lube
grunt
tech
work,
for $15 an hour.
all the
Yeah.
grunt work, and you know all the journeymen and that are sitting on top, just getting all the gravy.
All the
handed
great,
to them.
yeah. Yeah, it's not bad, I think, if you're still hourly and not book time in it. Like, if you're hourly, you're like, whatever. I'll fucking take all day on a warranty job. I'm still getting paid. But, like, the guy, you know, something that pays, it'd be like 1.3 hours, right? Some weird number, like 1.3 hours, but it's like a for sure 3-hour job. You're like, this is fucking bullshit.
Well, and that's the other thing too. Is like nowadays, you know, we live in the Rust Belt. So when you get something that says, "Oh, it only takes 2 hours,"
Oh, yeah.
and everything in its path is completely rusted, solid.
Yeah. They don't
you're
accommodate,
fighting it.
right.
You don't get
They don't
accommodated for that.
Yeah, they want to fuck you more and more. I can't believe the way it's gone, but I mean, I could bitch till I'm blue in the face, so whatever. Yeah, I guess. I was looking at some notes. So where are some of the places you worked? It was independent shops, the dealerships, like here, obviously at home and wherever else. Like, yeah. So where all have you kind of been?
I worked at 2 dealers, and probably I'm at my 3rd independent shop.
You've been there for a while.
Yeah, This shop, yeah, I've been there for going on 9 years.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Holy shit, it's been that long.
Yeah, that's what I said when I look back. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
it's been that long already?
Yeah, it feels like it goes quick. So, what do you think you like? What do you think is better? What do you like more? And this is personal opinion, obviously. No, everybody's going to be different. But.
Right. I mean, I prefer independent shops, especially when you're getting paid hourly, because no matter what you're getting paid, dealerships I feel is too much politics.
Very much.
Not only that, you're dealing with more pressure, I would say. You know, everything's got to. I mean, regardless, depending on how you work, how your work ethic is, you know, I prefer everything to look like it was never touched.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
when repairing something.
High level
You know,
professionalism.
You know, somebody's paying for their car to be fixed the right way.
Yeah.
And when it goes back together, me personally, I'd rather it look
Like you
the
never.
same way it
Yeah.
came in.
Like you were
only
never
be
there.
fixed.
Right. Like you never touched it. Like it's always worked.
Right. I've had a couple of instances where customers were claiming that something I did that I never did because it didn't look like it was touched, and that's the way it's supposed to look. You want parts missing and
Right. A panel that doesn't line back up
Right.
or some shit.
Show me you were in there.
Yeah, that's a big one for me. I think it's important to have a high level of professionalism to attack, to go through a job and do it like
I mean, don't get me wrong. When we were younger, I mean, we just
hack some
hacked
shit.
some shit
I
up.
will still
I'll
hack
fix
some
it the right
shit
way later.
Later, there's nothing more permanent than a temporary fix. God damn. But and I'll admit though, I will hack some shit probably on my fucking lawnmower doesn't work or something. I'm like, I'm fucking getting rid of the governor spring or something, whatever. I'll probably hack some shit up still. I'll admit, but like customer shit, unless it's like something very bizarre or something that I know will not affect or completely agree, and we're talking like it could be like a connector or something like fuck that connector, we're running one line or something, like something that's replacing it to upgrade or make it better. It's got to go back the same way, or it's got to go back. Don't forget a bolt. we joke about having extra spare bolts, but
I mean, the other instance would be as far as hacking would be. I mean, you can rig certain things, but you got to do it to where it's going to hold up on depending on what it is.
Yeah.
Whether it be suspension or because a lot of times you pull stuff apart, you either can't get apart or they don't make it anymore.
Oh yeah.
Or it's going to require replacing something that's 10 times more expensive. As long as you can fix it to the point where it's going to hold and do what it's supposed to do and not affect or their safety or the reliability of the vehicle, then
you should be
all
all right.
good.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying, because you're like, well, my big one, I'm a big Subaru guy, but like that's like a easy one for me is the rear suspension on Subarus. They all rust.
Yes.
And if you got to do like a wheel bearing or something, like, good luck. You're gonna have to get all the, the knuckle bolts. You're gonna have to get all that stuff but you have to then convince the customer that you can't do the job any other way. And if you already took a look under it and the shit's rotted to the core, you're like, I'm not even gonna touch this thing unless they commit to pretty much a whole bigger job.
It's got to be a liability issue, right? I mean,
It is on you, like as a
Yeah, for
mechanic,
sure.
right? Like you put some shit back together with a half rusted bolt, and it's a load carrying bolt.
yeah,
Like
it's over.
We had a car come in that the control arm wasn't even holding onto the subframe because it was rotted out, and he was there for a coolant leak.
you're like
Even though he was warned about the control arm not even being attached to the vehicle,
the
still
wheels
wanted
like
the coolant leak fixed.
Hey man, put this shit back on the road.
God.
And I do love some stereotypes.
It's like
They could
that
be-
Cadillac we saw the other day.
Yeah, I mean that's a stereotypes though. That's like super funny to me. You could be from the hood. You could be a redneck. You could be podunk. Whatever, this or that person. But it's still like I think it doesn't matter. All people are still trying to get everything like for a bargain or not pay as much as they need to. And like that's the problem. Like maybe you do want to take care of this customer because like she's got 2 kids and she needs that minivan or whatever. But I'm sorry, lady. Like if you don't replace the belt and idler, the alternator's not going to get you nowhere. Like.
And that's the other problem in the industry too is people don't want to pay. They want everything for free.
That's true.
And we spend our time and money on tools.
Yeah.
We buy all these tools to be able to work on their vehicles. So that's out of our own pocket. And the independent shops, some dealerships do it, but not all. But most
Yeah.
technicians are paying for their own tools, and
Yeah.
we're not being compensated for
all the
our time.
thousands of
What
dollars.
they're really paying for is our knowledge of knowing how to fix their vehicle.
Yeah, knowledge and equipment and tools. It's important. And, you know, I do hear always like teachers complain about every year. And I'm not saying teachers don't spend a lot of money, but teachers have to buy like stuff for their classrooms, like especially if they're little kids, or like markers or whatever, this and that. They don't get compensated. I'm like, lady, I spent what you did for 1 year on one tool, like Monday. And then I need one more tool before I can even finish the job or whatever.
I spent $400 on kids supplies.
On
I
Kleenex
spent
boxes.
$350 on this one ratchet.
Yeah.
Well, that's a Snap-on truck came by a couple weeks ago, and I seen they had a torque wrench set, 1/2 inch, 3/8, and quarter inch, all digital. I'm like, oh, how much is that kit? Oh, $2,500.
$2,500 torque wrench kit.
It better suck me off first.
You better fucking latch my balls in the case and fucking tell me I'm doing a good job.
Better
just
be
got a
doing the
torque
job
wrench.
for me.
I just got a torque wrench the other day from Harbor Freight for $17.
There you go. And they do, you know what? We've talked like millions of times about tools, but I think if the tool gets you, I go with the Chinesium, go with the junk shit. If the tool gets you where you need to go,
If it does the job at least once, it's already paid for
yeah,
itself.
pretty much. And that's why, like, you get tool snobs, you get snobs of any kind, you know. But if it gets it done for you, don't shit on it, you know. It's important. I think.
I don't care what tool it is, as long as it does the job
Yeah.
and it works. That's all that matters.
And if there's a lifetime warranty, I mean,
That's even better.
yeah, dude, I'll snap that motherfucker on
Right.
purpose, just to get the job done or
See,
whatever.
any torque wrench, any wrench could be a torque wrench if you really think. Click.
Click, yeah.
But any torque wrench can be an electric one. Dee, 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 you know, just- perfect. It's like a $1,500 torque
I
wrench.
just saved $800. Right?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Tools. We'll talk more about tools too. I think it's funny that the dealerships, like high-end dealerships, will probably provide you a toolbox. Like, have you seen like where you go into like a Mercedes and all their toolboxes are on the wall?
Yeah.
So like you can still bring your tools in if they don't provide you with some stuff, but other than that, like they have everything there for you, which seems fucking crazy for us that have been like like you got a nice toolbox behind us in the shot there. Anybody that's watching, like it's a nice toolbox, but that motherfucker was more than a car, you know? So like
Paid $6,000 for that.
yeah. All right. I was like, mine was, yeah, you have a 6. Oh, you have a 4S. Yeah, I had a 6S. And mine was a little more than
And
that.
that's what I have here at work. I got a Home Depot $700 toolbox.
Yeah.
I don't
go.
care about it. It holds
I
my
got a
tools.
Menards like double decker. It was like $1,200 out
Right.
the door, dude.
I've had a Chevy Suburban bust a brake line while I was working on it and run into that box. Guess what? It still opens and closes and locks.
Yeah.
I don't care about it.
That goes back to don't be a snob about the tools. If it works for you and you know, you're not suffering because of a fucking look. The quality of tool doesn't make you a quality of mechanic or the quality of worker. Just because you have the most expensive shit doesn't mean you're the best. And I wholeheartedly believe that. So I think it is funny that the level of from stealership to independent shop. Then you see some independent shops though that are like immaculate. You know, they're pretty much on that level of dealership. There's very high end, like, you know, they do Euro or imports only, and like their shit is like mint, dude.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you don't shit on like,
Walk in there with your socks.
yeah, and you're like, this is an independent and
Fully carpeted shop.
carpeted. That's funny.
Shag.
Shit.
I have a question. Do you like this?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you like what you do? Do you enjoy it?
No, fuck this, fuck that. Yeah.
No, I do enjoy it. You know, it's mainly helping people. You know, I just like helping people. You know, sometimes they're in some situations where they're struggling. You know, everything nowadays, everything's going up in price and everything's a struggle. So, you know, I like helping people. So doing the best I can to help them. And the only way I can do it is, you know, helping them get back on the road and at least if not permanently, temporarily,
Yeah.
to get them by until they can have enough funds to properly repair whatever it is they need fixing.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels good, right? You get a sense of like accomplishment, or I don't even know what
It's a very service like oriented mindset.
yeah.
Yep.
I think a lot of mechanics or anybody who really works and fixes on stuff has that mindset, but then you have the opposite end that like to take it a little too far, and
Starts blowing people.
well, yes,
They're handing these
Your
out.
car's broke. Oh.
taking your generosity and hospitality.
Oh, they abuse it.
Yeah, that and abuse the shit out of it,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
and you'll have a lot of that.
Yeah, I've had a few people like that. And they try taking advantage of you, and those get to the point where it's like, you know what? I see what you're trying to do here.
Yeah.
I'm not about that.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't mind helping
yeah.
people, but taking advantage of it is a whole nother.
Right. I feel like in my instances, it can be that because you already cut them a deal on like price or like parts are at cost, which mostly they should, but like parts are at cost and you cut them a deal on labor on like the total job, so it's like the bare minimum, and they're still like, well, you can't do anything better, and you're like, dude, go to go anywhere else,
Right.
and see how much it's gonna cost.
Or like
know?
you give them a deal one time and then they expect that every single time.
Yeah. I think a repeat customer, it might be not the first time, but like they're like, I have had customers that are like, hey man, can you hook me up next time? I'll be like, for sure. Because I build motors or like race engines.
Yeah.
And so the next one I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't need that. Like,
I
you're
guess
going to
it's
come back.
situational.
It is situational, but like you said, if from the get go you're looking for, and most people are, for the cheapest,
Yeah.
mostest, cost effective route, and you're still trying to screw the guy over.
I mean, I had a job. Customer needed a cylinder head because the valves were pretty much cooked. Had misfires at idle, stuff like that. The truck still ran, but he ordered a cylinder head, brought it in, and it was the wrong cylinder head. It was a Nissan Frontier pickup. Had 2.5 in it.
2.5, yeah, it was insane.
And the head he ordered was for a Altima and not a Frontier. The Frontier has a water outlet.
So they're
port
different.
on they're completely different heads.
Oh,
So and he couldn't
fuck.
get the right one. So they're like, "What do we do?" I said, "Well, order some valves, and we're gonna clean everything up, relap the valves,
Kind of
put some new
fix
valves
the
in
old
it, and
shit.
fix the old shit, and get it going the way it needs to be." But something like that, you're labor intensive, and that's where price starts to change. Just changing a cylinder head as opposed to doing all that
A
other
refurb
labor.
or something.
Right, it's going to cost more because you're doing more labor.
Exactly. And then that's on you, right? It's not the parts that
Right.
cost. It's like your time and energy.
Right.
Man, have I
Time,
been
energy, and the knowledge of knowing how to do all that.
it could be a catch-22 double-edged sword when somebody brings you a part, right?
Yep.
And then you're like, the problem is I've had where they, like you said, they brought the part and it's not the right one. And the problem is like you're already into the job.
Yes.
So you're like, fuck. I mean, you didn't do your homework maybe, and like I've learned this, and I've tried not to get bitten in the ass, and I haven't, knock on wood, lately, that like I've gotten a part and I've been lucky enough to been like, hold it up, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna start. You got the wrong shit.
But that's when you have it in your hand. There's
Yeah.
certain things that you can't
You
see.
can't see.
You gotta get to it, but
Right.
you can't see it to even match it up or
Yep.
tell if it's the right one or not.
Yeah, like a blender. I've had blendors that like, so I took apart most of the center column of a dash, and the blendor was like, are you fucking kidding me? And that was like maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, but it's time I'll never get back, and it's got to go back together.
Right.
So now I'm like, hey man, you got the wrong one. You want to leave the car here? Or whatever I'm working on, you want to leave that here? So and then that goes back to parts guys. Fuck most parts people. Still, I've had a bad experience again this last week with parts people, basically, and I was like, I don't know. I shouldn't hate on parts people completely. They still do. Like, some guys are really good, but a lot of people are just like, oh, it's just a job. It's like McDonald's to them.
Just here for a paycheck.
Just here for a paycheck, and they don't. That's what the computer says. I'm like, I asked for wiper blades, and you're asking me for manual or automatic transmission. Like, that's what the computer says. So, like, dude, yeah, you get bit certain, but I think you're trying to help people, right? So that's the part you enjoy. The other parts of the job you probably don't enjoy are like, case in fact,
When you blow stuff up.
yeah, like
when you're doing an oil change and you forgot to open the drain on your fucking oil pan, like on the barrel.
The barrel.
And you
it's-
have it closed and it just goes boosh fucking everywhere. Or you have it stuck open, like when you were dumping it and just out the fucking pan.
Yeah, goofy shit'll make you
I've
think.
seen that a few times at the dealer.
Yeah.
You hear that?
Whoosh, and then I got lucky. I never did it, but do you remember I was pumping into the dump tank, and the dump tank was nobody ever came and pumped
Emptied it.
And so the dump tank just went and like, dude,
Started overflowing.
gallons of oil in the fucking. We were like, I was freaking out because obviously I was like the one that did, or I was next to the kid that did. I don't remember, but I know I was in it. So I was like, oh my god, dude. I ruined like fucking a couple mops and boxes of shit trying to like scoop it. Either way, those are the days that make you wish you didn't fucking do any of this. Just the stupid stuff that can come from you think a routine job as changing your oil.
Yeah, but that gives you experience, and that's how you learn.
Yeah,
You gotta make the mistakes to progress.
that is true.
Well, hell, like we were doing an oil change at work, and part of the oil change you gotta check wipers. It's one of just a standard courtzy, like
Lights and lights and wipers.
Just make sure everything looks good, you know. And we go, and I go to check the rear wiper on this. I don't remember what the hell it was, but I literally grab the wiper blade, go like that, and the arm immediately just tink snaps off the back. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look, and that shit's corroded as hell. Like part of it's missing already. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yup.
Just tink. I'm like,
Now it's your fault. Now you gotta
Yeah.
fix it. Now you gotta fucking.
yeah. I'm like, you gotta go get it, but we'll put it back on.
Yeah, that's like it's a big thing with in the race world. Like in tech, you go through tech, or unless they specifically don't want you to, they force you to do everything from opening a door to like shaking your chassis, because nobody in tech or the tech inspection wants to be liable for anything that breaking or broken on your shit. So they're like, tug your seatbelts in the seatbelt bracket. You're like, well, you could have fucking died.
Yeah.
And also fix that, because now you're not going on track. And they rip up your tech sheet, or like they'll tell you to come back for it. So yeah, that's like an important thing. But now you're fucked. You had to replace that arm, right? You had to so you have to deal with that kind of chaos. And every day is like probably not the same. That's what like this world is. It's like every day is probably different here. That's not the same, like.
I mean, you do get some vehicles or some weeks where it's like multiple vehicles of the same problem.
Oh, that's goofy. Yeah. You could
I've
probably.
had that, ground issues. There's a week where there's like nothing but ground issues, and it's usually almost the same ground on certain vehicles.
Oh, you come into the repeat problem, like the
Yep.
common issue.
Yep.
GM with their shitty chassis grounds, their new GM bullshit. All their trucks have like bad chassis grounds, and I don't know. I guess I don't know what others like a common. I would think of Subarus with the rear suspensions that suck. I don't know. Do Toyotas have like a big common? Like Toyotas, I'm trying to think of like any other big common ones that like any Chrysler Jeep Dodge product is like CAN bus issues.
Yes.
Like those suck. I don't know. What's like a common whatever. I know like, or when it comes to like aligning stuff, like you do alignments, you have to like have certain. BMW's a big one. 250 in the pass or in the driver's seat, 100 in every other seat. Like we're talking weight before you can even align the car, and like right. You just shake technology. So, yeah, with a K. So there's definitely like those goofy instances, and then like one week you're doing nothing but fucking butt fucking literally.
Butt fucking. Yeah.
It's just it could become the same. Well, that's the days you don't like your job. That's the days you like.
Well, it's like we were talking about the battery on BMWs the other night, or Mercedes, or what the hell we were talking about. Where if you go to replace the battery
and don't reset the battery, it overcharge or undercharges, and then it ruins a fucking new battery basically within a couple months or a month or something. You have to install a new battery and then reprogram the BCM, whatever PCM computer, and then it knows that it had a new battery put in. If
Same
not,
thing for the alternator too.
oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I didn't
When
even.
you put the alternator in there, obviously
have
each
to-
alternator is going to charge different.
Yeah. So, and then there's they got another computer in there, and
Yep.
yeah, and that's definitely like I think. Well, I don't know. I think most cars have now all gone to something like that, right? It used to not. You used to only have to worry about when we started, like only certain cars you had to worry about, like had very high end or expensive shit. Now it feels like every
car, and that everybody wants all the fancy creature features and navigation, and you push this button to do that. But when it comes to repairing that,
it's
the
impossible.
cost goes up.
It's impossible.
When everybody has a giant TV in their fucking car.
Yeah.
You can't even find it. They don't even sell the TV though. Like the parts, you can't go to the parts and get a new iPad for
Isn't
it.
it all integrated? Don't you need like a whole new dash?
Basically, well, I don't know. That was probably different for certain. You might
Certain
know.
vehicles, yeah, like the newer Rams and that, or even like they have like the Tesla screen on them, so all the HVAC and everything's all integrated into that. There's
So
no manual knobs or anything. Everything's all touch.
and then that affects that, and then that affects that, and like
No more custom radios.
I
When
know.
the screen goes up, then your HVAC is either stuck on where it was, or if there was some sort of fault or something, it might go into like a default defrost mode or something.
yeah. That we were talking about. Yeah, we had Chewy on and we were joking about iPad cars, and it's like when the little kid throws a bottle and it shatters the screen, and now your seat heater's on. Your seat heater stays on, summer, winter, doesn't matter. Ass cooking all day. So
It wasn't nice enough to leave it on low. No.
no, they went instantly 1,000. Those days suck. Yeah, man. What do you what do you think you hate the most out of this, like, or being your job or the mechanic industry? What do you think is like the thing that you're like, you think it's the customer? It's
It is the customer.
It's the customer.
I mean,
love and hate.
They don't know exactly what's going on with
Right.
the vehicles, so like getting descriptions and stuff. But the worst ones is when they've already tried messing with something, and then they come in, it just started doing this, and the car's about to blow up, rod knocking. It's like, I just started that this morning.
Sure, it did.
Brakes are grinding on the pistons instead of the pads. There's no pad left.
Yeah.
That just started this morning or yesterday.
Control arm's about to fall off. Like.
And then you tell them the price of everything, and they're like, well, why is it so expensive? Well, because you ran it down to nothing. Now you got to replace more than just the pads and rotors.
If you did it to begin with, if you did it when you needed to.
Normal maintenance.
Yeah. I think that's my take, obviously. I think the customer's probably the hardest to deal with. It's probably not if anything, it's rust. Like, that's the thing I don't like the most.
The rust, yes. And that's the other thing. Most customers, they go according to factory maintenance intervals.
Oh, yeah.
They're telling you go 10,000. Don't
Those-
go 10,000
no.
miles on an oil change. Maybe max 6,000.
Yeah.
But keep it between 3 and 6.
Yeah.
You keep up on your engine oil changes and regular maintenance, and your car's going to last you a long time. A lot of these cars, they're making tighter tolerances on engines, and everything wears out quicker.
I think they're designing to break. They're throwaway
Throwaways.
cars, pop can cars. Smash them and throw them away.
So you buy more cars.
It's such a but now the cars, every average price of the car I heard is $30,000 new. Even like the lowest
On a
Versa.
base model.
Yeah, like a Versa that used to be I think like 10 to 8 is now 18 to 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more than doubled.
Those Mitsubishi Mirages are like 18 now.
Yeah, a Mirage used to be
Like
no more
12.
than no more
Max.
than I was to say 10. And they're shit boxes, but
Little go-karts.
I don't know.
Well, it's like my truck is like it's 20 years old, almost be 21 here shortly. It's like I just started. I'm like 3,000 or just over 3,000. I'm like, get the oil change done.
It's just
getting
do it.
old.
Just
Yeah.
do it.
Well, that's like the bikes. The Harleys, they tell you change the oil every 6,000 miles.
That's crazy.
But you're air cooled, for one. You beat on them when you're riding.
yeah,
them.
you beat the shit out of
So
a bike.
that one I do every 3,000
Yeah, I don't skimp out.
religiously.
Yeah, I don't even put. I think like on my bike, I haven't put on like 1,000 in the last 2 years every year, and I still
Yeah, I've
every
only
start of
been
the
riding.
season, right? I barely ride. I'm
I
like,
didn't ride that much this year.
damn. All right, I think that's a good little break point, everybody. I got to check our cameras, batteries, and stuff. So, yeah, we need a quick second, and we'll catch you guys here in a second. Let's fucking go. Welcome back, everybody. This is going to be a funny comeback. Everyone's like, what the fuck were they talking about? Welcome back, everybody. We are here with Randy. Still, hopefully. You're here? Yeah, you're here.
Physically.
Physically, yeah. It's still morning, so... Yeah, cars suck. We hate this shit. I don't want to do it.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, it's a love-hate.
It's a hate relationship.
Yeah, there's nothing good that comes from this. No, I think one more thing I always ask is one more thing you probably hate is some coworkers, right? You probably work with some. Well, I don't always want to say that everybody's a fucking idiot, but I do like asking the question: do you work with a bunch of fucking idiots?
Not every one of them is an idiot.
Oh man, don't you love it? Like, do you think you end up fixing their problems more than fucking
Every day.
yeah?
That's mainly my job.
Fixing
Yes, you know, when I first started, nobody really knew what I could do. So I just did my own thing. You know, I can knock out 20, 30 cars a day, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they start seeing everything I can do. Now everybody comes to me asking me questions, get pulled away from the project. The boss is like, oh, can you look at this? Can you check this out? Can you make sure this is good? Tell me what you think about this. So now them 20, 30 cars comes out to maybe 5 a day max.
And
because
you're working with Joe Blow and
Yep.
fucking Stevie McQueen over there, and
they're breaking something that I gotta fix because they don't know how to fix, and oh, they snapped this bolt off. Can you get it out?
why the fuck did you snap it off?
Right.
Right. Yeah, I think when a coworker makes your life harder, that's like
Life's hard as it is.
Yeah.
It's harder when you're stupid.
yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be
Somehow
dumb.
those people thrive.
Yes.
Yeah,
How they made it this far in life, I have no clue.
I have asked that.
Sheer stupid luck.
I think so.
Literally.
I mean, we look around and you just see all the goofy shit, just in the world in general, just how much dumb shit people do and the things that we say. And, you know, it doesn't mean we have to, like, align everywhere perfectly, but, like, how people have done what they done and still walk among us is fucking bizarre.
And some of the stuff is just pure common sense.
Yeah. They just, like...
It's not especially common.
Yeah. Yeah. Wisdom has always chased you, but you've always been faster.
Yes.
It makes, I don't know, you know, I think that's just the nature of the trades, the blue collar kind of life. And it doesn't matter, you know, it's not always a coworker, it's probably the customer. Like you said, like you'll have the guys that are like, this broke. Like, and then they won't admit that they tried to fix it.
Yep.
But like, dude, there's butt connectors and a cross-threaded bolt there and a fucking boogered up weld there. And you're like, you made my job now 3 times as hard.
Well, I had one guy change a hub bearing. He changed it. Hub bearing was fine. But then he had an ABS light because he snapped the sensor because he didn't clock
like,
the bearing right.
Yeah. Now it's fucking broken off in
now I
there.
gotta pull it off and change the sensor.
Or
And
punch out whatever broken shit's in the inside or whatever. Yeah, man. I and you see like other content creators talk about like the chaos that comes into their shop, and I'm like, why would you even take those jobs? But then you see other guys, like saw a guy with a 5.2 an Audi with a V10, and then the guy like wired it. He didn't just plug and play, like he wanted to save a couple bucks on O2 sensors. So he chops all his wires and butt connectors, O2 sensor wires. And you already know those things are finicky as fuck.
Yep.
And then he cross-threaded an EGR bolt into one of the EGR tubes. I guess that's like a tube system. So one of the tubes is like hanging off the flange for the fucking EGR. And the guy was instantly like, get this thing the fuck out of my shop. I am not touching this thing with a 10-foot pole.
yeah, you run into certain things like that to where it's like you look at it and it's like, I'm not even touching this because it's just a can of worms.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll quickly bite you in the ass before it
You
even
get
pays
married
you.
to it
Yeah.
because now it becomes your problem.
Yeah. if you're a quality. There's other guys that'll just sleep comfy at night. Like, fuck that guy. Like, other guys, you know, like you said, like if you want to do a good job, you're not. I don't feel comfy going to bed at night knowing that I fucked somebody over.
Right.
It's one thing if they ask you to save them some money and you hack some shit, right? You're like, all right, I'm gonna try to limp this thing along for you, but
Didn't say it was right. It said it would work.
yeah, exactly. So customers and well, just you know, not every customer, but like customers and then the people you work with definitely make your life hard.
Yep.
There's got to be a couple good guys, or like there's got to be one or two guys that are probably okay-ish, like right, maybe.
Until they left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're smart.
Well, they opened up their own shop,
Oh, they want to do
Yeah.
that thing. Yeah.
which I don't blame them. They want me to go over there, but I don't know.
Right.
I'm kind of happy where I'm at. You know, with the wife and her health problems, I have the leniency and the
You get the history, right? You've been
Yeah.
there for as long as you
The
have.
rapport.
Yeah, that's right. And you get benefits too, right? Where depending where you work, some places no benefits, while other places some benefits.
and I have zero.
Yeah, so that doesn't. Like,
I have a job that keeps a roof over my head. That's my benefit.
That's your. Yeah. So maybe that's where dealership guys like.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's a hit or miss too. You know, especially
Yeah.
with the healthcare system. Like, I had health issues and I went into the hospital, and charity paid for everything. If
Yeah.
I would have had insurance, I would have been paying an arm and a leg out of pocket.
Still, yeah. It just goes to show more systems are broken than fixed.
Right.
From judicial systems to healthcare to school. It just seems like everything's got an issue, but at least like you say, you're working. I don't know. You like the shop, you know, works for you. You do all right. The customers aren't all bad. So
No,
you get to
no.
work on some cool shit. You get to work on some
definitely, 'cause,
cold.
You know, we're supposedly mainly an exhaust shop, but we do everything.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
anything. So we get a lot of older classics coming through. You know, we get to drive some Chevelles and Mustangs and stuff back from the 60s and 70s.
Some cool shit.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of stuff people don't touch.
A lot of older original stuff. So, you know, there's some retro stuff,
Yeah.
resto mods and stuff.
I bet those become some can of worms too sometimes.
Yeah.
Like resto mods, retro modern stuff. I bet they're trying to make, I don't know, putting Chrysler stuff into Honda stuff or Honda stuff into whatever. And I don't know. You see all sorts of weird shit, but
Like a LS swap BMW. We had one of those.
that's probably kind of neat.
It was
Hopefully,
actually pretty decent.
yeah, I was like, hopefully it's older and not newer because all the new computer stuff is like
Yeah, it was probably early to mid 2000s.
E30 stuff or whatever. Yeah.
I want an E30
I think it was
so
an
bad.
E30.
Either yeah, E30 stuff is sick. I like that. And they were like, I think that was the last of like, those are the last of those like square kind
Yeah.
of body style of
Yeah.
like cars in the world that were like, they just looked so good. They ran good. And I don't know, not too much computers in them. So, oh man, I don't know. I just hope one day like it's just easier to gain common sense. But
So based on everything you said up to this point, it's safe to assume that you can see yourself doing this for the rest of your life.
I'll probably be doing it for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy it. It pays the bills. You know, in this industry, regardless, you're always going to have income in it, whether you have a job or not, because you can always do side jobs outside of work. You know, between getting acquainted with customers and people you talk to on a daily basis and word spreading around,
yeah.
you got work coming in regardless. So there's always some sort of income to keep you afloat in the down times that you don't have any work at work.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what's we're lucky in the trades. You know, you mechanics, technicians on like just a knowledgeable level. If you do a good job, somebody's going to need you. Somebody, you know, craftsmen, carpenters, that kind of shit, like same thing. Like pretty much somebody always needs something rebuilt, redone. I don't know, you know, remanufactured, whatever your words you want to, or
Fabricated.
fabricated. Yeah, fabricated's a good one. So And a lot of people don't know, and that's why I think it is important that, like, I guess this kind of industry, this world still thrives and survives, even though it seems like all the trades are dying. Nobody wants to do this shit anymore.
And a lot of people don't want to work anymore either.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. Yeah. A lot of, I think, we've talked about gatekeeping. I don't know if you work with any assholes that are older, like just old assholes that want to, like, shit on the younger crowd. But, like, the dealership was a lot of that. The dealership was always like, you don't know nothing, get the fuck out. And you're like, dude, you're not helping. Like, why don't you fucking lend a hand and not be a fucking asshole? So, I think you got to be tough, but you can't fucking force people out of this. There's crazy stories. I did read a story recently that they killed a kid because they sprayed him with brake clean and lit him on fire. Like, it was a gag gift, but it was a gag, but they kept, like, they soaked him in brake clean. And they fucking killed the kid. I forgot what the story was, but, like, you can Google it, like, auto mechanic shop kid technician killed by coworkers. And they, like,
Now that's over the top.
yeah, I think killing someone.
A little excessive.
Well, soaking somebody in brake clean at that, like, you get a whiff of that, it kind of chokes you out. And being soaked in it.
Yeah, they fucking killed a kid. So, you get bad people in every trade, though. But I think in the trades itself and, like, the blue collar work, I think it can be a little above and beyond, especially from the older guys. I think we try to, like, I don't know if you deal with, like, younger kids that want to learn. You probably show them some shit. You've shown me, like, I've come to you for some shit that I don't completely understand.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, man, what do you think? Or what? And bouncing back ideas is always important. But, like, yeah, you probably, like...
Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, too. Some people are afraid, they want to prove something. Yeah, if you're just starting off, it's okay to ask questions. That's how you learn.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, like, it's okay to make a mistake.
Yep.
So... You get completely your ass torn apart in other places, though. You make and they're like, you're not fucking worth anything. And you're like, dude, we were all young ones. So,
and I mean, that was the other thing, too, is, like, I always hung around the older crowd as I was growing up. Like, I rarely hung around younger people around my age. I've always hung around with the elders and
pick up and learn some shit.
You pick up new tricks and all sorts of things that you do utilize. You don't use it a lot, but you think about it, and it's like, oh, let me try this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's important. I think the younger crowd is just a little... They get turned off by it, right? They're like, I don't want to... That guy's an ass to me, like, all the time. Or is the guys... The older, as I say, the boomer generation, they're just mean. They're just mean-spirited. They don't want to even,
I mean, the trade will do that to you.
It will. It will. That's true. But,
if you catch them at a bad time...
Get the fuck right. But every day, like you're having a bad fucking life, dude. Like, Jesus, Willie, calm the fuck down. Get off your pedestal. Like,
You also got to control, like, your mental health too. Like, it's not all you're doing it, you love it and whatnot. I did have a spurt to where every day I was just, like, pissed off going into work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I need a vacation because your mind gets overwhelmed with a lot of everything that's going on, and you just got to take some time and step back for a minute and just kind of recuperate.
Yeah, that's definitely...
It will drive you insane.
Yeah, mental health and top of physical health, because we're hunched over, bent over, hot, cold, all the elements on top of the mental.
Wake up every morning with back pain.
Yeah. And that's not saying people in offices, you're fucking sitting in a chair all day or whatever, like that doesn't... Yeah, or like that doesn't fucking feel good. You're hunched. You're under the, like, fluorescent lights and not even being able to, like, not even look out a window sometimes.
I wear glasses because I have a desk job and I stare at a computer all day.
Yeah, so that's not any easier, but I do always say that, like, the guy who's outside from 100-degree weather in the summer to -10 in the winter, I'm like, that guy's probably got a little bit tougher, man. In just a physical sense, obviously. So his body's going to break down a little bit faster. He's going to be a little more bitter, like, but that's not to say not all jobs are fucking gravy trains.
His fingers hurt.
My fingers hurt. So, yeah. Man, I think it's important, just do it as long as you can. Don't completely kill yourself. Don't kill your body. Don't destroy your mental health.
Yeah, there'll be times where you want to just walk away and be done with it, but...
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
sometimes you just need that little 5-minute break and to walk away from a little recuperation.
Oh yeah, I think I push that a lot.
Resituate it.
Right, I push that when you're fighting something, dude.
Yep.
Just fucking put it down. Put it down. Honestly, go take your smoke break. Go fucking puff your little fucking your little USB stick. Fucking go have a cup of fucking coffee or soda and come back to it, because I think that's important.
Yeah, sometimes you'll be struggling with something for about half an hour. You walk away for 2 minutes, you come back, pops right in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Which is so funny. That's just like, I don't even know. I think that goes for anything though. Like, people get so worked up and caught up in a moment. That fucking you're like, dude, it's metal and plastic, you know, and aluminum. Just you'll beat it. Just take a second. Take a fucking second. And I think it's important. So, what I do want to, like, the last little bit before we start to close her down here, the projects that you work on and the shit that you got going on now, I kind of wanted to bring those up because, well, we have some on camera, and those valves don't look happy, and that piston doesn't look happy. What happened there exactly?
Injectors got stuck open on the 12-valve Cummins.
On a 12 valve.
So that was my 97 Dodge Ram 1500. I did the Cummins swap on it, so I bought a single cab with no bed on it, 12-valve, 5-speed, 4x4 for like $2,000, and I drove that for a while.
Yeah, it was running good for a while, wasn't it?
So I had this truck, which was a gasser at the time, had the 360 in it, and
5.9, right?
then I wound up buying a frame from a 98 2500 that had the front rear diffs on it, so I can do this swap. And then I just pretty much combined all of it into one.
Dude, that's
Body from the 97, frame from the 98.
that's a
and
franken fuckery if I've ever heard it. But it was
drivetrain.
cool. It was sick. I remember being there.
I did it back in 21.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got it done, I towed a car down to Houston for my nephew. And I've been driving it around. It was my daily vehicle for a while. And yeah, my buddy blew up his trans, and then
You blew up
2
your
weeks
motor.
later, the injectors got stuck open and decided to melt some pistons.
Yeah, what happened? What was that? Were you just driving the motherfucker and
Yeah.
then like?
I was just literally probably not even a mile away from the house, and I was just driving, and all of a sudden I felt it like kind of jerk a little, and then next thing you know, there's flames coming out the exhaust pipes, and it just shuts off.
Dude.
Sounded like I hit a Jake brake, and then just flames. That's it.
And then that was it. No more start, no more
It
go.
probably would have snapped the input shaft if I didn't push the clutch in, because it stopped that abruptly. I felt it lurch, and as soon as I felt it lurch, I just hit that pedal and just coasted to a stop.
That sucks. And at least you were kind of close to home.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
was able to call the neighbor. Hey,
hey,
can you
man,
pull me to the
can you
house?
fucking get the strap out? And that's a project. So that's one project.
I did
that's
have a
like,
recovery rope in the truck. It wasn't for my own, but
yeah, I was like,
it was there.
wait, that's not a Ford? No. So that's one project of a couple. So you got this 12-valve Cummins.
Yep, got that. And I got the 05 Evo 8.
Yeah, you got the Evo, which
I got
is
rear frame rails that I got to redo, but
that's a dream car for a lot of people, man.
Yep.
A lot of people want your car bad. The
Um,
condition you got it in was a little sad.
yeah, the course. I already replaced the core support that was completely rotted out, but the whole front half of the car is good. Now it's just the rear chassis
Okay.
legs that I got to work on, and the gas tank's got a little rot on it, so I got to pull that, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna repair it. I'm not gonna replace it. You know, trying to find even a good used gas tank for
Is
it
impossible.
$1,000 or more.
You have to run a fuel cell in the motherfucker.
I could probably run like a JDM fuel tank, but they
Yeah.
don't have the provision for the fuel tank
The
temp
fuel tank.
sensor, which I'm utilizing for the tune on the car.
Oh, right. Your tune is off of fuel. Okay, that's right. Off
Yeah,
of
I'm
fuel
using
temp.
fuel temp. I'm probably gonna run the air intake temp. I don't know. My tuner was having an issue with that. But
Yeah, I was like, I remember I did the Subaru off air intake and a MAF, just a MAF,
Yeah.
like load.
Yeah, because I converted it over to speed density.
Yeah,
I'm
so we could- right.
not using mass airflow anymore.
Yeah, right. Yours is
That
yours
I'm
is
gonna be-
basically just raw tune.
Yep.
Mine's still balanced off the MAF and like auto learn for like the last little bit of it, but
I'm gonna be pulling the motor on it to changing the rings, inspecting everything, all the bearings.
Yeah, the motor was in okay condition, right? I remember and that's a 2.4, right? Those are
No,
two.
that one's a 2.0.
That one's a 2.0. So
Yep.
yeah, I don't remember. The 2.4 was you had
That was the Lancer.
the Lancer, the Rally Art was a 2.4.
Yep.
So these turbo ones, yeah, the Evos have the 2.0
Yep.
with the turbo. The Garrett or some TD, no, I don't even know what kind of turbos. TD05s or some TD. Yeah. TD05. Well, whatever. You run about 20 pounds of boost in it, roughly.
Max, I'm running about 28.
20. Yeah, that's pretty
on a stock
fucking
turbo.
on a stock. Yeah,
Before
you're
it's not efficient.
pushing it. Yeah, you're pushing. That's probably the limit. That's probably
Yeah.
the limit. Did you put injectors in it?
Yeah, I got 1050cc injectors.
Yeah, that sounds
by
right.
Injector Dynamics.
Yeah. New fuel rail. You did. So the motor was in decent shape, but it needed
Internally,
love. It
yeah,
it needs
It needed
some.
a lot of love.
Yeah.
I
The
actually-
water pump was bare. Wasn't it block to block, like metal to block
So
on the
water pump pulley was loose. The water pump itself was bare to bare with the block, so the
Yeah.
impeller was rubbing on
It
the
was.
block.
I remember that shit. You showed me them pictures.
The oil pan was rusty, so I changed the oil pan. The internals, the motor had been rebuilt before. It's got Eagle rods and Ross pistons in it. The walls and everything else is great on it, but I do have low compression on cylinder 1.
Oh,
about
shit.
10 psi.
Oh, not much. Okay.
So it's burning a little bit of oil, not enough to smoke out the tailpipe, but it's burning some oil.
Okay.
So that's why I want to open it up and go
Kind
through
of
it.
just go back through it.
But it was I wound up redoing the head with valves and that because I was driving home one day and cylinder 1 melting an exhaust valve.
In the Evo?
Yep.
So the Evo's the. Oh,
So-
dude, this is wait. Oh, this was a while back.
Yeah, this was a while
Okay,
back.
yeah.
I pulled the head on it.
I thought this was again recent. I'm like, oh
No.
fuck, man! I was about to cry.
No, so I pulled the head on it while I had the head off, all the wiring, all the
Yes, I remember
sheathing
this.
over the wiring and
Yep,
everything was
I
all.
remember this. You rebuilt the harness
So
and
I
stuff.
was rewrapping it and found out the reason why is because that cylinder went lean because somebody had barely put the wires together for the injector.
So the injector wasn't even.
Yeah, the
You
injector
just scored
stopped
that.
working
Yeah,
and
you
just
just
melted
score
it.
that motherfucker instant.
Well, at least it was just the exhaust valve and nothing else.
Yeah.
Everything else was good on it. So just
Yeah, it
slapped
got
some
hot.
valves
It
and
got hot. So
That's
damn,
what
I do remember that. I thought you were talking about this happening recently.
No, I redid a lot of that, and I did the injectors. I put a fuel rail in it, fuel pressure regulator,
Yeah.
AEM 340 pump, which I'm gonna swap to a Walbro 450.
That nice big old pump. You did you rebuilt the trans in it, didn't you? Rebuild the trans completely.
Yeah. Actually, when I first got it, because fifth gear and high RPMs was
Coming out.
grinding.
Oh, grinding. Okay.
Yeah, so the synchros were bad, so I pulled it apart and I put carbon fiber synchros in there.
Sick.
Crazy to be able to do all that shit. Like, this is what I did. And I'm like,
All the things
What?
listed.
Without all the proper tools either.
Yeah, there's a
Damn.
lot. I remember I came by and you were pulling the trans and we actually got it stuck on something. You ended up didn't we fucked up the collar in the throwout or something or some
Yeah,
part
that's
of
what
the
it kept hanging up on the collar.
Yeah, I was like that sucked.
Because it's a pull style pressure
Yeah.
plate, not a push.
So that thing we got it out, but it sucked because that thing kind of fucking
And
came
then
apart.
after it went back together, pushed the clutch a few times and it popped out.
Fuck,
so
like
I-
out of the tangs that like holding it. Yeah.
Out of that collar.
Yeah,
so I
like-
had to pull the trans back out to replace that collar.
Damn, dude. That's like the back. That's the shit that makes you not want to do any of this.
And then last year, I wound up changing the clutch because I was backing it into my grandma's driveway.
It's
and-
pretty, yeah, she's got
Yeah, it's a steep driveway, so I started smelling the clutch, and then the clutch pedal started feeling weird. So I'm like, all right, as long as it gets me home, and then I'm gonna order a new clutch.
Would you go Excedi ACT or something?
ACT,
ACT?
twin mod, and that pedal feels like a Toyota Yaris clutch pedal.
Really?
It's super light,
That's awesome.
but it'll hold up to like 700 foot-pounds of torque.
Fuck yeah, dude. What do you think what do you think that thing's probably right now at 300,
About
320?
350.
350. I was gonna say 320, 350.
Yeah, about 350. But once I pull it apart, I'm gonna upgrade the turbo, probably put some bigger injectors,
Yep.
and get some more fuel going in it. My goal is about 500 horsepower.
That'd be sweet. 500 usable horsepower.
Usable
Yeah.
horsepower, reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I like that's why you could rig some shit, you could ghetto some shit, hack some shit up and It works for like Saturday afternoons. Like, no, I want to drive this kind of regularly.
A lot of people store them, garage queens. I want
Yeah.
to enjoy it. That's what I
Right.
bought it for. I bought it to
Yeah.
drive it, enjoy it. Have the power to have fun every now and again. And
Yeah, my Supra was no more than 320, but it was like that was a lot more than factory for that
Right.
for the first gen WRX. So I was very happy with it, but it's still that's for me. Like, we'll probably talk about projects another day. We'd love to have you back on, obviously, but projects is like it's
a rabbit hole.
dude. It's a push and pull. It's a fucking cry some days, smile the next. Like, so projects are fucking. Let's talk about the bikes. The Harley.
Yeah,
you redid the Sporty.
Sportster. Yep.
Bought the Sporty. Well, that was when you basically learned to ride, and like you had just started, got your bike. It made sense. It was cheap, and you could easily get on it, and you were comfy.
Right.
That's why I don't shit on people for any size of bikes. I love 250s. Why? Because it's very usable power everywhere. I have fucking 1200 bikes, like 1200 liter crotch rockets, and like I still love a 250. So that's why I'm like, I don't care that the Sporty was an 83. The project was you turned it into a 1200 built, right? Or
1250.
1250, yeah, or 1250 built. Like everything,
It
right?
used Hammer Performance. It was pretty much a bolt-in kit.
Yeah.
It's got the 30-degree reverse dome pistons,
Yep. Hell yeah.
valves, push rods, cams, pretty much the works. Fuel system.
Yeah,
still
fueling
stock.
system. The
Um,
fuel. You just had to tune it.
Yep. Just had
Really?
to tune it.
I thought those needed like a bigger injector or something.
No, it's stock injector, stock pump,
Obviously exhaust.
exhaust. Yeah.
Really? So you just tuned the shit?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So-
I remember. Yeah, you were fucking with the tuner the one day. Was
I had
chuffing.
the two
Yeah.
exhaust, and the heat shield broke on it. That's what's up on the shelf.
Oh,
up
on
there.
that one, yeah.
So I just went and cut it, made my own Y, and bought an Amazon sport bike muffler and slapped it on there.
Yeah. It's got the
retuned it.
2-in-1 Vasani kind of looking style.
But originally, those 883s, they got like 40 horsepower and like maybe 60 foot-pounds of torque.
Yeah.
So now it's at about 90 horsepower.
I was about to say 90.
foot-pounds of
Yeah.
torque.
I was going to say 90-ish.
So
Just
it's
under
definitely
100.
A bump,
Yeah.
especially on a small bike like that.
Yeah.
It's a fun little bar hopper.
Yeah. You got
Right.
the CVO though. Yeah,
Yeah.
the comfy cruiser. Yeah, like we grew up and we're like, these bikes suck to ride. Like they just bust your ass. Sporty is a bar hopper. It's a fun,
Yeah.
but like
Me and the wife put 20,000 miles on that
Right.
thing, going to different states, and
everywhere.
after getting the bagger, it's like, how the hell did we do it?
Yeah.
We took that out the Sportster out one night, and it was chilly that night, and the next day we were hurting for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Think about all the years. That's the learning, right? That's the like.
Yep. The bagger, I mean, I plan on eventually maybe doing, because it's a Screaming Eagle 110, it's a CVO.
Yeah.
I plan on probably just doing like a 113 big bore kit.
Oh, you are gonna do some.
Yeah, nothing
He plans on
crazy.
doing his 88, like same, like a stage 1.
Yeah.
You can do jugs and.
I don't want to
whatever,
go too
simple.
crazy on it, especially it's a twin cam, older motor.
Mhm.
You start going crazy. You start
Shit starts cracking and
doing the
breaking.
blocks and whatnot. I want something that's going to be, just to bump up the power a little bit,
Yeah.
and make it fun and reliable.
It's funny we say that make it fun, but a lot of people would never jump on a bike that
Right.
big. I think we're just used to fucking. That's what we're used to fucking around doing
I
some
think I had
wild
the
shit.
Sportster for maybe 3 years before I got the bagger.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm still trying to think. My first bike was the Nighthawk. I rode it from Arizona, but like it instantly evolved to like I need a leader bike.
Right.
And then I went back to like a 600 I still had my other bikes, but like you rode the Honda, the 600, I think. That was the one I got with your cousin.
The Bandit.
The Bandit, the 1200. That was
Yeah.
the one I got from Chicago. That thing was kind of scary.
I drove that one.
Yeah, you almost hurt yourself on that.
That one,
No.
it was scary.
You
Then you
almost hurt
went
yourself
to
on it?
the Green Monster, and then that thing is terrifying.
Yeah, the ZX12.
The one that I almost hurt myself on was the Nighthawk, and that's because the clutch went out when I was doing like 60.
That's what it was.
And then I had to ride the Bandit back home. And we were all the way out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's right. I thought that for some reason it was the Bandit that you got.
I think I was the only one that didn't get hurt on the Bandit.
Was it, weren't we,
Your cousin almost.
weren't we
What do you mean,
running
almost? He
around?
did a couple
Or,
times.
We were going.
He got
We were going to
fucked
eat.
up.
yeah, wasn't it in the same town and it just died, and we
was-
had to push it down the street
It
or
was on
something?
the way back home, and we were on the way back home. We were on this country road, and I went to go shift, and it wouldn't shift, and I'm like, tapping my head, and Mario's like, "What? Go faster!"
Yeah.
And then he pulls over. I'm like, "I think the clutch is bad," and you're like, "No." And then you touched it, and you're like, "Okay, it's bad. I'll ride this one.
Yeah.
You ride mine. We're going home."
I need to go through mine. It's been sitting for a little while now, and it's just
It's another project. It's projects.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you need to put just like a stage 1, just a fucking jug kit, pistons, and his should be incarbureted twice as easy. Like, I don't even gotta do nothing for his. I'm just gonna fucking jet it and just send it. And
What year is your bike, Caleb?
year.
90 something.
Let's see, 94 to a 96. I can't remember which.
That's cool.
Close enough.
It's the 2-year difference. I don't. I'm like, it's a 94, and then I look, it's a 96. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'll look, I'm like, oh, it's a 96, and go back and look. Oh, wait, never mind, it's a 94. I don't fucking remember.
They're all the same junk at that.
It's a Dyna. I don't
Yeah,
know.
right. It's all carbureted dyno with a 5-speed. It's all the same shit those years. Fucking.
That seat is fucking comfortable, though.
Yeah, I think your seat is far more comfortable
That
than
Mustang,
mine.
too, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had a seat. Or like your CVO, like a big comfy seat. We're getting older. We're just getting older. Like you were saying, you got on the sporty to that.
We did the sporty seat, the factory one that we did for most of probably about 10,000 miles, maybe 15 on the stock seat with the pillion in the back. So that one I just upgraded before our last trip down to Arkansas with it.
Oh shit.
That's a sundown, so it's definitely wider, got some more cushion on it. You sit up a little higher, but
Eh.
it was more
Right.
comfortable for sure.
I was about to say, yeah. Like,
Not a sore ass.
yeah, I think
Well,
the older
depending
you
on
get-
how long you're riding.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you'll still get a sore ass,
Yeah.
but not like.
After a couple hours, yeah, but I mean, you're stopping that small 3.3 gallon tank. You're stopping every 100 miles or so anyway to fill it up. So
Me going from, like, sport bike, and you're just like, my ass.
I feel like your back would hurt more on a sport bike because you're
You know,
like leaning
it's-
forward.
I mean,
It's
not
like-
really.
It's a little bit of both, I'd say. Wrist for sure, because you're at that weird angle.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on an old, stupid, like a street fighter with the angle, like
Yeah.
the race bike angles that are like, like I get it for racing, but like, dude, in any other sense of the thing, it just looks cool and it just kills you everything.
I mean,
Yeah.
mine's a little the same because you're
Oh yeah, you got the mini apes. Well, they're not mini; they're just apes.
what
If
size are
anything.
they?
14 inch.
Yeah,
I think.
14
Okay.
inch.
I was thinking about putting 10s on the bagger.
That would look good. on,
I
like,
don't
the
mind
buggy.
it. Like, it just seems natural to me for my arms to just sit like
Right.
this. So I'm like, cool. I didn't like Chewy's fucking beach cruisers.
Beach cruiser, dude.
That shit
I liked,
looked so.
I loved-
I'm like,
dude, they were
you
like,
better put a tutu on and
The
just
banana
rainbow
bar.
fucking right here because that shit was gay.
I thought they were. Comfy,
And he's riding
dude.
like, I'm like, you look stupid.
Like he's gonna fucking revolver draw at high noon, motherfucker. But yeah, you held on to him and you just fucking like it was comfy. I thought.
And I think
Dumb.
that's why I've stuck with the stock one so long, though, is like, I ride an hour to work every day.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, between country and city, and it's like the city, I want to be able to maneuver quickly because
Yeah.
people don't pay attention.
Yeah, it's definitely defensive driving stuff, or defensive riding. When you're on a fucking bike, you just become a bug on somebody's.
People don't care.
No, dude.
No.
Just become a
And then
bug.
a lot of people say bikers are assholes, but sometimes you got to be one just to get around because people
Yeah.
don't pay attention or they cut you off or
Yeah.
just don't know how to drive in general.
Yeah. The internal motorcycle hate from Harley riders to everybody else is pretty funny. But as a motorcycle rider of every sort, and obviously we've gone from like Harleys to, I'm a big Japanese bike, I'm a big Honda guy, like Honda till I die. But like the hate in between is pretty funny though. Like the Harley guys will sometimes, if I'm on my sport bike or whatever, will just want to fucking like sideswipe me, and I'm like, dude, the fuck is your problem? Because I passed 8 of you.
Right.
Yeah, you're slow. You guys are on Harleys. Calm the fuck down. So not as bad, but you see a bunch of that hate on the internet. And you're like, what is going on? We should all just try to get along.
The hate, the hate between Harleys and like import bikes and shit like that it always brings me back to that South Park episode where Butters is bike curious. He doesn't know what kind of bike he wants. He's like, guys, I'm bike curious.
There's little
His parents like,
flags
oh no.
Bike curious. Yeah, man. Projects, they never end.
Nope.
fuck, dude.
Besides all the vehicle projects going on, I got to redo my deck. I got to redo my fence.
Yeah. We just had a big project. We just rewired the entire house last week. Everything is completely up to code, which feels good, but I was not cheap. And it was a long week. It was 6 days, just over 6 days, and not having power like consistently or heat. Being in the Midwest, it's cold. You know, we're late November here. So yeah, like house projects, like you were saying, and then like I'm lucky, knock on wood, that I have not had like any transportation issues. I maintain my shit very well, and I have like.
Besides your shifter.
Yeah. Did you? Yeah.
The limpy dick.
I should put that video up or put up on my truck. I obviously have a Ram, whatever. But I went to just shift one day, and the fucking lever just fell clean off. And luckily it was parked somewhere that didn't need to move, and I could have walked home. But I was like, what the whole arm just came clean off the fucking column. And I was like, okay, this is maybe one of those times I wish I had one of those digital, a volume knob for a shifter. But it was pretty funny that like, and you know what, that goes back to shitty parts, because I bought an Amazon. It was, yeah, sure, $5 or $10 cheaper than like going to AutoZone, but it was like half the price of a dealership part. But the problem was the part didn't line up correctly. So I ended up having to re-drill and cut like I had to cut part of the bracket itself and re-drill a hole so the bolt holes lined up. Yeah. So now you're fighting like that's like a project. Like, oh, you think a part's just gonna bolt right up? Nope, especially in the car world. Now you're just out here fucking around doing some bullshit.
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky. Like the Evo and the door latches, the driver front door latch, the lock wouldn't unlock or lock.
Yeah.
It would intermittently do it, but to replace the whole latch, you're talking $300-400.
That's crazy.
And I went on Amazon for $12 and got 2 little servo motors that go in the latch, cut open the housing, replaced the motor, and then glued it back together.
Okay, yeah. So you can get lucky with some shit. But if not, you're paying $300-400 for that whole, or trying to source a junkyard part, or trying to.
And that's the other thing too, sourcing parts. You know, when I do it, you got to just look at reviews. If you're not sure about a brand or a part itself, you know, kind of do a little bit of research before you go ahead and. Sometimes you got to bite the bullet and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, but if you do your research on it and check reviews and that, then most of the time you come out on the positive side.
Most of the time, yeah, it is definitely like a 7 out of 10, I would say.
Right.
Not like 9 out of 10 would be like a godsend, but like 7 out of 10 times you get lucky. You're like, okay, as long as you did your homework, like you said, it's gonna be all right.
Yep.
You
Sometimes
get a part.
you do have to do modifications to make things work, and like you said, you had to re-drill.
Oh, dude, that was like so annoying. And the part work, I got it to work, but like you just did a brake switch. Did you have to do anything goofy for yours? Did it bolt right up?
It went right in. So I accidentally pulled off the cruise control stop switch first, and I brought it into the parts store. I brought it in. I was like, hey, I need this brake light switch. And the guy looks it up. He goes, all right, I got one. Comes out. They look completely different. And I'm like, that's not what I need. And he goes, this is a stoplight switch. I'm like, no, this is a stoplight switch. I Googled it. And I kid you not, the CarQuest part number for the part that I pulled off says brake light switch. So I was like, okay, this is it. Like, this is what I need. So I went back and I'm like, I need this. I have the CarQuest part number. Do you have this one in stock? He goes, I can get it Wednesday. I was like, I need it today.
Yeah,
I don't need it Wednesday.
Yeah.
I go, you know what? Let me go back and do more research. Went back. I watched another 6 videos and realized that I'm just stupid, and I pulled off the cruise control disengage switch.
Yeah, the cruise control.
And on the older CVs, the Crown Victorias, they are one part, but on the ones that are 2000 and beyond, they're 2 parts, and they both hook up to the brake pedal.
Okay.
So I pulled off the one that was it was, what do they call that when it's
a combo switch or something?
Yeah.
The combination switch.
It's no longer a combo switch. It's their own individual parts.
Yeah.
So I put the cruise control thing back on, pulled off the real brake light switch, brought it back, and go, you're right, this is what I need.
And he gave it.
And the guy's like, I knew something looked weird, but I'm not supposed to say anything. I'm like, you are, though, because it's your job.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm an idiot. So I bought it, put it on, and the first video I watched, there's this retainer washer that goes on.
Like a Jesus clip or something that slips in.
It slips in the center of it.
Yeah.
The guy that video I was watching was like, "Yeah, you put it on after," and I'm like, fucking trying to jam this thing in there. And I'm like, it doesn't fit, and I
And then
couldn't
you're
get the
about to
retainer
break it
clip in.
again.
I
You're about
almost
to-
broke it.
Yeah,
And then I watched another video, and the guy's like, "Some people will tell you to put this on after, but what you got to do is you put it on here like this before you put the switch back on." I was like, you know, that makes sense.
Yeah, 'cause
Put it
that,
on.
That switch is like a big black box, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And so that's the retainer. That retainer put in there keeps the thing from jiggling around.
Yep.
So put it on, slid it on, put the clip back in, put the worked. Magic. But now my cruise control doesn't work. So
Oh no.
so I think I might have broken that one
Oh,
fucking around
no,
with it.
that
That's fine.
fucking
That one's like a $10 part though, so it's not that big of a deal.
Still sucks.
It's either broken or the adjustment on it. Those
Yeah.
are
Yeah,
adjustments.
right.
Yeah, I was fucking around with it, so I gotta take it off again. It takes
Some-
like 2 seconds.
Some switches are engage on, and then some are disengage on. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, I get that. We ended up buying a brake switch. My truck, I broke it, shattered it, and we ended up rebuilding my brake switch with the new one because it was opposite. You remember that? It was instead of engage on, it to like it was touching. It was the opposite. It was like to touch. It was engage on. So it was just backwards, and I ended up rebuilding just with the spring and the whatever the little plunger on it.
Right.
Still stupid. Like that's like that goes back to the parts and like nothing's fucking kind of quite right always. And do your research. Fucking look shit up. Read your reviews, like you said. Make sure you're not the only one getting fucked over by this. So, yeah,
The Traverse. Traverse is, dude, I hate that fucking car.
yeah.
Did you pull that thing like all the way apart and then put it back together like 4 times?
Yeah.
The brakes.
It had an ABS issue, traction control issue. Like, okay. So we're trying to, like, start from fucking everywhere, checking, like, fuses and shit, and that was good, okay. They had just done brakes. We're like, all right, well, we'll check the brakes. Maybe it's an issue with the brakes because we couldn't get them to bleed either. Like, oh, well, the front 2 calipers were put on backwards. So instead of the fucking
Bleeder.
Bleeders
bleeder
on top,
around
they're
the,
around the bottom.
yeah. I'm like, God damn it. So switched them. All right, good. Bled. Everything seemed fine. No codes, no nothing. It's like, okay, cool, whatever. Got it like a few miles down the road, and the whole ass end just locked. It's like, what the fuck? And then the brake pedal was solid. Solid, like locked in place. Like,
Jeez.
okay. Had it towed to a shop. They're like, oh yeah, you know, whatever, this issue. Because at first, like, we're going through, they're like, all right, why is this not building pressure at the caliper? Like, there's nothing, it's bleeding, whatever. Didn't think 2 and 2. Replaced the master cylinder, brake booster, fucking the vacuum pump. Like, just going to everything. We're like, okay, nothing. And then we saw that, and we're like, oh my fucking God. You fucking kidding me? Like, looking at a picture, I'm like,
They're fucking.
those are
backwards.
backwards.
How'd they even get them on backwards?
They can
It's-
sometimes.
you can.
Yeah, you can put them on.
Yeah.
Because the whole bracket itself with the caliper can
Yeah.
be swapped on sides.
Yeah.
I've had that a few times.
So
Dealt with a few.
they we're like fucking, we're done. We're gonna send this. They did, I don't know what to it. They didn't say charge us like $2,100 to do whatever they did. And they're like, okay, it's good. Got it down the road, and it's just kind of like, does it in like 5th gear. It's like, it's like you can feel it like sliding a little bit, like just kind of. It's like, don't like that. Brakes are a little squishy, and then they get hard, and then they're a little squishy. It's like, don't like that. So we get it back to the shop. Then we get back looking at it. It's like, okay, ABS and traction controls on again. I'm like, fuck. Battery was dead, and it was having a misfire issue because of the battery. I'm like, Jesus Christ. All right, put that in. Got a whole fucking reader for ABS and all that shit. And I'm like, all right, well, it's saying ABS module has an issue. Like, well, we can't really do anything with it because we'd have to take that to a dealership for it to be programmed,
Right.
even if we bought one.
Yep.
It's like, okay. But I'm sitting there, I'm actuating the fucking ABS with the reader. I'm like, it doesn't sound right. I'm like, fuck. Whatever. Like, all right, whatever. Tow it down to a dealership. They call like a few days later. They're like, "So good news and bad news. What do you want first?" Like, I guess the good news. Well, we didn't get a chance to actually test the ABS, but I'm pretty sure it's not the ABS. Like, okay, what's the bad news? Your rear end's fucked. The diff is gone. It's fucking ruined. And that's what's locking your brakes in the ass end and sending your ABS and traction controls. Looks like somebody had poured the old oil out, saw it was fucking up, put new oil in to try and mask it, and then sent it on its way.
That's like my sister-in-law's. She had the Mercury Mariner.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She was driving it, and she said she heard a big old thump, and like she couldn't even do like 5 miles an hour, and it was like thumping. And I'm like, all right, bring it by. She brings it by the shop, and the whole rear diff was just split in two, pinions hanging
Yeah.
out. I'm like, yep.
That's fucking.
But luckily,
gone.
though, you know, it's like a Ford Escape, so they're
Yeah.
normally front-wheel drive. So all I did was just
pull the shaft
I
and
cut the axles to leave the hubs bolted together
Yeah.
and remove the rear diff and the drive shaft.
Is that the same one that Billy had?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that's
That was
it.
That was
Billy's.
his.
Well, it's like the Traverse. It's not talking about like if you want to fix it or like if it's worth it. But she bought the car. The person who owned it bought the car for $11,000. The total repair bill for everything brand new would have been 10 and a half.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. That's also dealership cost. So.
It's
Well,
like
that's the other thing. You know,
That's
I was just
that's
watching a video
dealership cost.
the other day. You know how the dealerships are doing it too. It's like, okay, they're charging you, let's say for instance, to do a timing cover, serpentine belt. You know, they're charging you for all the gaskets and everything. But sometimes they're double charging for the labor because they're charging you to do the serpentine belt, which you're already removing,
Which
to
are
pull the
removed,
timing
yeah.
cover. Or, you know,
Yeah.
you want spark plugs and they're pulling the valve covers. So the process that it takes to pull the valve covers, you're already
You're
there,
already
Yeah.
in there.
you know,
You're getting double.
to
That's
change it-
pretty scummy.
Yeah.
I've seen that from both sides though, from independent shops to dealerships. So I'm like, that's just a scummy practice. That's definitely like you said, if you're already doing a wheel bearing and they're trying to charge you for a drive shaft and a wheel bearing,
Yeah.
you're like, you're already in the
Yep.
motherfucker. What do you?
You already
now
got the
you,
axle out.
yeah.
you
Now
know.
you're charging me 3 hours for both or whatever it is. So, that's scummy practice. You're gonna get that everywhere. And if you go to a stealership, you're gonna get a bill like you said, where it's the cost of the vehicle. And they also don't want to touch it. They know it's older. They are already like, if it's not new or if it's not this, and the dealership guys are also kind of like that, set in their ways.
Yeah.
Not always.
A lot of times too, you know,
Yeah.
you go to a dealership and they see that they're gonna overprice everything
Yeah.
to try to get you to trade out
Trade-
of it to
that's
sell
what
you a
they
new vehicle
exactly
because they make
want.
more profit off of that.
Yeah. Most dealerships are finance companies. They're not dealerships or not shops anymore. You used to take your 80s car to a shop in the mid 90s, late 90s, and they would still work on the thing. Now it's that, forget it, dude. If that part date is out of code, when it probably is after 5 or 6 years, they don't want to touch it.
Nope.
They don't care. Maybe the used car guy, right? Because most dealerships have like a used car. They have a used car tech. He's like probably doing a lot of goofy shit. But even then, he doesn't. Like some stuff that's like way out of like, fucking tires and tie rod ends. The guy's not gonna want to fucking like. I get it.
Well, you know, sometimes like that too. You know, if you're doing one tie rod end or two, you might as well do all four.
Yeah.
Because you're paying for the alignment. You might as well go, you know, pay the couple extra dollars just to replace all four of them,
Yeah.
get one alignment, and you're done. You don't have to worry about it for a while.
Exactly.
That's kind of one of those while you're in there deals.
Yeah. Yeah. If you got a gearbox with a center link and a pitman arm, and like just you already got the one. They usually that's why Amazon builds kits for this shit.
Right.
They always like at this point recommend you to just rebuild it from the gearbox out.
Yeah.
You know, so I get it, but dealerships they don't want them, you know, and then you get left with bills at that crazy price tag, and it just makes no sense.
Nice.
What the hell was that? Oh no, man, that was the cover off the Cummins, I think, wasn't it?
The bell housing.
Oh, housing. What the fuck?
Did you break wind over there?
I,
Knocked it
dude,
over?
I heard something. I was like, "What was that?" 'Cause
Damn.
I literally was like, "What the heck?" And then it just fell. I'm like,
Well, there's another fucking. All right, let's start to close this up. Obviously, that's a sign. Yeah. All right, you guys know the drill. Worth it, junket.
Worth it, junket.
What is on the docket, Caleb?
toolboxes.
Worth it or junket toolboxes?
What's the intro on this? What's the context?
Everything.
I guess it depends on the application, but like, I guess for home use, like, do you want a gigantic toolbox if you're not actually doing like full on mechanical work? Like, do you want like a little craftsman toolbox or like something?
This kind of plays off the last episode with the toolkit,
Yeah.
but
But
like, the
now to the
yeah.
bigger
I need a
application.
box for my kit.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. I have.
Yeah.
I had like a kit, a craftsman kit that my last job gave me, and I just stuck it in the drawers. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, the kit becomes the box
Yeah.
eventually.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, I got file cabinets and
Yeah, right.
storage cabinets and stuff. The shop where I work is really dirty, so I'd just rather this box be here
Yeah.
to store tools.
Yeah, I think obviously worth it for toolboxes if you need it. Junk it if you don't. For home, for the most home gamer, probably not. Stick to your toolkit.
Yep.
Stick to your toolkit, and also it's like the price, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's like you see those toolboxes. You guys can't see it, obviously, but there's a garage door behind the cameras. It's like you'll see a guy with a toolbox as big as his fucking garage door, and it's like, what the fuck do you need that for?
yeah.
He's like, I got something, this and that.
My Home Depot toolbox, for instance, it's got the hutch, whatever. It's a $700 Husky one, and I needed some more storage, so I went into Harbor Freight and I got a locker.
The
and
locker, yeah.
attached it to the side of it.
Right.
Something cheap.
Right.
It was dent, damage, whatever. I don't care. It's storing tools.
Yeah. That just goes back to like the toolbox doesn't make the mechanic. The toolbox doesn't. Your tools don't make you as a tech or a mechanic, as a craftsman or nothing. It makes no sense to buy. That's for me the price thing. It's like, why the fuck are you spending $12,000 to $20,000 to hold shit?
Yeah.
Seriously, go
Every
get your
toolbox
husband.
has a junk drawer.
If that ain't the fucking truth, man.
I feel like if I open a toolbox, like a guy's toolbox, and it's like nothing but like Matco, Snap-on, I'm like, I don't know about you, guy, but if I open the next guy's toolbox and he's just got like hobo freight,
Cobalt,
some fucking cheap fucking tool, I'm like, this guy gets it
This
done.
guy
I know
probably
for
can get
sure
some
he's done
shit
some
done.
shit.
Cobalts aren't cheap anymore, though.
Yeah, probably not. Cobalt, all the store
the
brands.
Hobo Freight Icon stuff, actually.
I
that isn't
love,
too bad.
obviously, yeah.
It's really good.
I just bought a half-inch ratchet from there, and it's pretty
It's
decent.
great, yeah. And the warranty. That's why I'm
Forever.
I'm a Harbor
Yeah.
Freight glazer, dude. I really am. I love Hobo. It started from the shit. It started from junk, but the quality of today, I am not fucking spending triple to quadruple the cost for a warranty I can maybe collect one day and then wait weeks to get. Maybe, because like that's how the truck works.
Right.
When I can just go to the fucking store this afternoon and get the same fucking deal.
Dude, I did that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I did that like 2 weeks ago. My half-inch torque wrench broke when I was doing brakes.
Yeah.
The spring like shot out or whatever.
Oh, on the
Yeah.
breaker or whatever.
So I thought that maybe I did something wrong. Probably, I don't know. Broke. Put everything back together, and then the actual ratchet part it would just spin freely both directions.
Yeah, it's
So it was screwed. So I brought it in I was like, do you guys replace these here? Or do you send them out? She goes, oh no, honey, we have them in stock. We replace them today. And I was like, hell yeah.
right. Exactly.
That's service.
Yeah, exactly. I don't exactly know how the toolbox warranty works for like Hobo Freight, but I'm pretty sure like your Huskies or your Menards, like your Lowe's, whatever, like they'll replace slides. Like I know they'll warranty fucking slides. And that's like where I'm like, I am not fucking paying. Your $1,000 box has the same amount of space, storage, and limit capacity, like you can stand in the motherfucker, as the Snap-on $10,000 one. And I do like your box. It is nice, but I don't want to see it rusty at the shop. I'd rather see it nice and comfy here. But also, you learn, like, you're like, if I'm at the shop, you obviously had a Trailblazer slam into the motherfucker or whatever. You wouldn't want that thing, like,
it was like a late 80s Suburban.
So that's
a tank.
steel fucking framed. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I think it is nice to have nice, fancy, cool, nobody else has got kind of shit. But it's also the usability and practicality.
Right.
Is it practical? Is it gonna get rusty in the shop? Are motherfuckers gonna lay door panels on it and scratch the piss out of it? You know, is the trash can next to it? So when motherfuckers are airballing, you know, old brake calipers, are they just gonna like? And I have seen that, and I'm like, oh, you know, and like, so for me, the toolbox is like, it's it's behind tools, it's behind knowledge, it's behind diagnostic equipment, it's behind everything. Toolbox is like the last thing now. Now I'm running out of like basically a drawer, old school farmer box, and it might be a piece of shit, but guess what? It's like it's making sure, you know, no rodents are crawling around.
Stores your tools, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah, it's a shame I lost my box. I had a really nice one, but got cooked up, and I learned I will now go get a Menards
They
box.
won't warranty
I'll go
it?
get a.
Well, it's like Chew, his box off the truck, I think, is like damn near 20 off the box. Like
Yeah,
off the
his
truck.
was near. Yeah,
'Cause
his
he's
was
got the. Oh, he's got an M5 with a hutch, or is
a
it?
five. He's got a 5 Series. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was the one. I had a 6 triple bay.
Yeah.
I think he's got a 5 triple bay.
With-
Which is this? Oh, he has a 4. So,
Yeah.
but they're the same thing. It's like the
but
same.
He has the
fucking
full
thing.
size hutch that
Yeah.
went with
Yeah.
it.
I almost traded this one and my Husky in for the Snap-on Epicenter with the hutch and the locker and everything, but I'm like,
It's crazy. You probably.
I mean, I still would have been paying like $15,000 for it.
That's
but
crazy.
A whole car payment for your toolbox.
yeah, I'd pay $15,000 for the bagger.
Right.
That's a CVO.
Right. That's a nice bike. Now to think that thing just sits there, you use it maybe every day, but like it just sits there and there's no actual practicality behind.
Right.
Okay, it's a cool color,
Yeah.
you know, like. So that is maybe one good, like they'll warrant. That's what I'm saying though. Like so will Husky, so will the next guy. They'll warranty the drawer locks. You know, they'll
Yeah.
warranty the fucking cylinder lock on you. So like, I think toolboxes are very useful, but just like the tool, like it doesn't define you as a tech. It doesn't define you as a mechanic. Worth it overall for work use. Just get a toolbox and pay a reasonable price. But junk it for like if you're a home gamer and you know, get a tool kit.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the other thing too. You know, you got these big name brands. You know, Mac and Snap-on and all.
Cornhole, yeah.
That. Cornhole, and yeah, you can go get Husky or even Hobo Freight, but other brands too out there that are actually really high quality for decent prices, like Extreme Tools. They got.
Oh,
I had
yeah,
one of their
yeah.
tool carts. Those,
Yeah.
those are nice.
The
Sonex has some nice stuff.
internet only brands, like that's what
Yeah.
I call them, internet only
Yep.
brands. Like it is hard to find those anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gear Wrench is a little more expensive, but their stuff's usually pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I don't. But the thing for me is always like, will I need to warranty a drawer slide? Will I need to warranty the outlet box? You know, if I can, I will. Like, I don't know what likelihood those things break, but I know I've seen drawer slides. They just fucking they get gummed up or the bearings fall clean out of them, and
Yep.
you're like, ah, fuck.
Well, I've already replaced my big drawer in my Husky, the sliders, but I went to the store and got some.
Oh, like updated or like upgraded.
Well, just some cabinet.
Oh, it's just like
Some heavy duty
Some
cabinet
heavy
slides
duty,
with
yeah.
the soft close.
Okay.
So I replaced it with that. I mean, you can do it that way too.
Yeah.
Just make sure that it's rated for weight.
Exactly, like the way, yeah.
I think the concept of a toolbox is worth it.
Right. The box is worth it.
Even like a little packer, like just like one of those.
Hand toters,
Yeah.
I've got a hand little Plano box that I keep all my little
plastic little toolbox.
tools in.
I think so.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a little plastic box until you drop some heavy on it and the shit breaks. You're like,
Explodes.
fuck. Yeah. Fucking popcorns all to pieces. You're like, damn it. And then you get to the Craftsman one, and that thing's heavy as hell when it's loaded, and
Yeah.
you're carrying that thing around. I do like if there's like this goes back to becoming a toolkit. I like the little, like the Hobo Freight wheelie bag, like the Bauer wheelie bag,
Yeah.
or like the Cobalt wheelie bag. Yeah, I like
that comes
those.
in handy when you go into the junkyard.
Right. Yeah, junkyard stuff. Right.
Because carrying a bag full of tools throughout the junkyard sucks.
Dude, yeah. It is awful. We've done it. We've all done it.
I think about like that Craftsman toolbox, and it's literally just almost like a wire holding that motherfucker together, like the little tab, the clip that holds the toolbox together. It's like once that motherfucker gives, it's just hit it just every fucking way. You're like, fuck.
You're talking about the flip latch.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
supposed to put a fucking lock on it. I'm like, dude, that thing goes. My toes are crunched.
It's
dude.
like a little wire hanging,
Yeah.
just like
yeah,
holding on for dear life. Like as soon as that motherfucker gives, it gives.
yeah, dude. Worth it. Toolbox is worth it. Junk it if you're like a home gamer and you just get a toolkit. So worth it for me.
Worth it.
I think worth it.
Worth it.
Yeah, worth it. The price, I know.
Buy
Definitely.
something
One
you're
that suits your budget.
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Still,
Suit your needs.
Master Tech, or was it Master Tech or Master Force? Menards' new home brand.
yeah,
They're pretty good. Their tools are pretty good too.
Yeah,
That's what I've got.
yeah, and that's the Midwest. I guess there's a lot of people. There's probably people out there that have never seen or been around a Menards, but Menards is like a Home Depot or Lowe's. Those are national brands. What else is like? I'm trying to think if there's any other like home improvement. I don't know if Ace is national. I don't know if Ace is. Maybe Ace Hardware.
I thought Menards was national. I didn't
Or
know it was
Menards is not national. It's usually like a Midwest, I think, East Coast. So there's probably like other brands or other stores that we missed. Harbor Freight's national, so you can get the Icon stuff or whatever their brand name.
Or
US General.
U.S. General, yeah. Yeah, they make really good wheelie carts. I do love those carts. The U.S. General wheelie carts are like amazing. So you get like
even,
4 or
like,
5 drawers
the-
with it.
Yeah, that card.
That's a channel lock.
A channel lock.
Yeah.
That thing is old
It
school.
is. One of my coworkers, he got the Menards box,
Yeah.
and he didn't
Traded
use that
up.
anymore. So it was just sitting in the corner collecting dust. He's like, "You want it? Take it." And I'm like, "All right, I'll use it for the house." And mainly, I use it to drag out to the vehicles in the driveway
Yeah.
if I'm doing stuff outside. But
More bullshit.
during this winter, I'll probably wind up putting that away so I get more room in here.
Makes
That's what
sense.
I definitely need is more room.
We always do. There's never enough fucking room, and then I get too much room because like I'm lucky to be in the shop now where we usually do the episodes, and then it's just full of shit. I just start jamming shit in there.
That's why I've been debating on selling the brake lathe over there. Like I got that for free. And why not? Why am I not going to take it? It's free, but
it's an what is that
it's
brand?
an
Amco, right? Yeah, it's an Amco.
it
That
works.
thing's
Everything
probably-
works great. It's taking up a lot of room.
Yeah, it's
And I
probably
want a
worth some
sandblast
money.
cabinet.
If anybody needs some an Amco brake lathe, hit up the channel somewhere. I'll get you some info. But now I'm just forcing the sale on you. You're
Go
like,
for it.
yeah. But
It's storing my portable lift hydraulic lines on it right now.
yeah, it's a shit catch. So, well, thank you, Randy. Yeah, I was like, I think I'm pretty much I'm ready, boys. I'm kind of hungry. It's still morning-ish,
Yeah.
so.
I'm waiting on my food to get here.
Yeah, there you go. So, dude, thank you. I'm going to start closing this out. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you for opening your doors, letting us come in, poke your brain, talk about the bullshit that we got to deal with, and having a good Worth It or Junk It segment, as always. So, appreciate it, dude. My name is Mario, Whole Baked Cookie, and there will be links, obviously, as usual, down below. So, I'll leave it off with one of you guys.
I'm Botar. At Botar with a 0, B0TAR on Instagram. I also have my Crown Vic page. If you guys want to look at it, it's crown.vic.
I will I will link that this time. I did not link it in the last
I also
episode.
make craft hot sauces. That's Lo Spetro brand hot sauce. It means the ghost in Italian. Lo Spetro. Well, anyways, that's all I got today. Thanks for listening, and thanks for accepting the handies and not calling the cops. And I'm going to pass it over to Caleb.
It's a hell of a way to pass something over. Sorry. I'm Caleb the Hunted on anything you want to find me on, pretty much. And you never know, I might be watching Botar give these handies. So
Hell yeah.
He's in the corner.
yeah,
And I'm holding the script.
the handy cuck chair. Yeah. So, Randy, you don't.
Yeah, you don't need
Yeah.
no socials. You don't need none of that. But
Been
I
a-
have none
been
of
a
that,
pleasure.
really. It was nice being on here. If you guys want to do it again, more than happy to.
yeah, man.
Just
Would love
busy
to.
schedule and life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally
So.
get that.
likes to fuck you.
Yeah, life is unforgiving at times. So, all right, that's it. We'll
Yeah,
see
thanks,
you guys on the next episode. We're out of here.